live already?
Good evening. Welcome to DL44 Network, where we only talk about the Star Wars stuff that we like because we don't have time to bitch about things because we're too old. We're going to die soon, so we're trying to enjoy life while we can. I am your host, Ryan Dole, and I'm here with three other amazing people. I think I'm freezing because I just pressed go live.
Great host.
Almost. Yeah, I might have too many tabs open too. That's my fault. Anyways, I digest. Steve 3, how are you doing, dude?
Hey, Ryan, how are you? I'm doing well, thanks. Happy Friday. Good to be here.
Awesome. We also got Kevin from Toying Around.
Yo. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And Paul.
What up, everyone?
How was
Wow.
baseball?
Oh, I was in baseball today.
Oh,
Baseball's tomorrow. That's why I couldn't do tomorrow.
okay.
Today,
Right.
I just got back from watching Mandalorian and Grogu with my family for the first time.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that was the reason we were I was a little bit late getting here. So
Nice.
just finished watching the movie.
hey, that's a great reason. Now everything's fresh in your mind.
Yep.
You can remember everything. And
Yep.
before we get into it, there's a few things I want to get into, not just the movie. I want to get into some of the marketing leading up to it as well, and some of the red carpet stuff too, because I'm sure you and Steve have some stories. You gotta hear them. But before we do that, let's say hello to the chat, shall we? We got VPG, Video Power Gaming. He is here. Tom Harris, Ali Williams Axe is here. We got Bitter Troll, Douglas Gong, Carrie Fanty, Sir Eric Brown, Satenya Cook. I hope I said that correct.
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. D Sertle, Mr. Daniel. Dude. That was I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna
Wow, you left him alone for once. That's great.
Yeah, I left him alone for once. I was like,
wow.
no, that's too much.
Got free tonight.
Not yep, he's off the hook. John Takak. No, I can't pronounce that.
John
I can't. My
Takakis.
brain. Thank you.
John Takis?
John Takis,
Yes.
you fucking boob.
Yeah. There. Yeah, Steve.
What? I just-
Bad Wolf Media is here as well. We got there's me, DL44, Sir Eric Brown. Ooh, everyone's chatting in the chat. This is great. All right, I think that's everybody. But thank you. Oh, and we got Tommy.
Hey.
Tommy is
Hey, shut up, Tommy.
What's up, Tommy?
He's got to get those cookbooks going, man. So that I wouldn't be the one getting canceled, Daniel. But you don't have a job, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it?
Hey.
Yeah, whatever.
It begins. What is that?
Yeah.
Time of the first insult.
Yeah, it's
2:17.
Yeah, 3:17.
It's like you want to cancel
3
me?
minutes
Get a
in.
job first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get a
Wow.
awesome. Dudes, Mandalorian and Grogu. Man, I'm actually really excited to talk about it because I think I've only talked about it really with Steve, and for whatever reason, I just have not. Well, work's been crazy busy on my end. Haven't had a lot of time to talk about it, but I want to talk about some of the marketing stuff first, and just some of the stuff that I liked. But I want to know, like, is there anything for the marketing that stuck out for you guys that was the moment where you got super excited for the movie?
No.
No.
I was super excited. I didn't need marketing to be excited about the movie.
No, neither did I. But there was like there was one thing that just like put me over the edge where I was like, oh my god, that's next week.
Just cups.
It was the cups.
Burger
For you,
King?
it'd be
Burger King
cups,
cups,
right?
yeah.
The Burger King, friggin' like I went nuts for that. Right?
Wait, what are those?
Yeah,
That's
That's what the milk.
Oh,
that's
that's
what the
the
milkshake.
milkshake.
is,
blue
right?
milkshake. I was like, oh, there's
Oh.
artwork on this. I'm gonna keep this cup.
Mm.
And then
Right.
then it became the whole, well, you got to get all the colors,
Mm.
right?
Right.
So
Mhm.
I've eaten more at Burger King in the last couple of weeks than I cared than I ever have in my life.
Yeah.
That's why he was
And
late.
so got all 4 of these cups, which is awesome. Did not get the toys though. In the
I didn't
the
get them
little
either.
kids thing, they felt that felt a little underwhelming.
I picked
then-
up. I got 4.
Yeah, okay. And then going to the movie theater, Tommy got me this.
Nice.
Right, pick this
That's
up.
a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, it's a really really cool thing. He ate the popcorn though.
Is that AMC?
Did he not make a review of it? He didn't review the popcorn? That kind of bums
Frozen
me
pizza
out.
eating vibes, right? And he also
Yeah.
got me this the tin.
That
The
one's so
popcorn
nice.
tin.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
that
that was a
one's fun.
thing until I
great.
showed up to the theater.
Now
Yeah.
they're actually 2 keychains that come with it. There's a
Oh.
Grogu one and there's one with Mando.
That's cool.
But for me, the real prize is the tin. I mean, this is great. It's embossed,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
It
you
got
can
that
put things
Western
in it.
vibe to it. Yeah, you can put things in it. And then tonight, after going, like I saw this cup, and it's
Nice.
the little
Oh,
copper cup. Mandalorian
Is that
and
is that one that
Grogu.
came with a bucket as well, Paul, or is that just the sipper?
No, this is a standalone sort of. It feels like an insulated cup. It's
Mm.
great. It's got Grogu on there on a little. Looks like a
Oh,
jar
yeah.
board, but it's not. And then it's got little candies like the wafers that
Yep.
he was eating, and I think it's a screw top. Yeah, so it is. It's an insulated cup, which is great.
Nice.
Comes with a straw.
And what
then, of
chain?
course,
Which cinema chain was this from, Paul?
Cineplex.
Cineplex.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
didn't see
Cineplex
those when I
OD.
was there.
And then they had this cup. I think they had a cup like this, but without a topper, with a popcorn deal. But you could
Mhm.
get this standalone cup, 2 different toppers. This one
Mm.
is the Mando with Grogu, and the other one is just Grogu. Actually, much like this pose where he's sitting there eating. So since I got this one, I chose to go with the Mando and Grogu one
Whoa, so many
on its own. So like
cups.
that kind of fun. And the
Yeah.
AT-AT, D Sertle, our friend Daniel.
Mhm.
He picked one up for me, and
Nice.
yes, waiting for him to deliver it. So,
Oh, that's generous because those things are not cheap.
oh yeah, I know. I paid him for it. I paid it. I paid
Oh,
him
wow.
for it. He just
Oh
that
wow,
another-
Daniel! Wow, Daniel! Couldn't
Is
you
that another
skip the
unemployed
guy?
jab?
Yeah, but the thing is with the AT-AT, because I cracked it open last week. It lights up and it makes noises. So
Yeah.
and we know with
Mm.
anything out there, if it's plastic, okay, it's probably going to cost you $40. But when you put electronics in that
Yeah.
thing, it's going to go up. It's going to
Yarr.
go up.
It is cool though. It's very cool.
It's tall.
Yeah, dude. I remember. Yeah, I saw that, and I don't know if everything was already sold out by the time I got there at the theater, but I didn't see any of those cups.
Oh, I thought for sure you would have gotten all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I would like to get that Grogu one with the cookies.
maybe you should go and see it again.
I think I'm going to. I might as well go see it a third time.
Yeah, you
I-
can just walk
I-
into the cinema and buy whatever you want and walk
I think
out.
you can. I think you can. If you
Or
don't
here's
have
here's the thing.
time.
Here's the thing. You could also wait 2 months, go in there to see another movie, and they usually anything they got left over, they're doing for half the price.
Yes, but you do run the risk of it all being gone
You
and
do.
missing out because you wanted to teach them a lesson, right, Steve?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. Yeah,
Right?
it's true.
So
It's true.
Yeah.
But where there's a will, there is a way.
after
Yeah.
much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth,
Mm.
yes.
Yeah.
yeah, he paid full price for one without getting the twins.
Did I though?
Distress.
Did you?
No. I
Did you
did a
get the
swap.
twins?
I did a swap for my Captain Rex on card.
Did you get
Oh,
the
yeah.
twins?
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
get the twins. No.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's not
Yeah.
complete.
Yeah.
You're not
well,
you're not Cantina elite. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wow.
you're not-
Because I'm never going to be elite.
Yeah. one day they'll
Cantina elite.
But I did pick up the I said I wasn't going to pick up the popcorn bucket. I didn't need it. I walked in, I saw it, I grabbed it, and I bought it. I was weak. I was so weak. It
That's
was
so
so weird.
funny.
It was so funny though, because when we left the movies, one of the people that we were with, they'd also bought one too, because it looked cool, right? You had to get it.
Mhm.
And she was like, actually, I don't need this. And she went back and said, this was a purchase on a whim. I don't want it. Can I give it back? And got it back. So yeah.
Oh, so she returned it. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's so funny.
Yeah. Like, what am I going to do with this?
Have fun with it.
Yeah, though that was super cool. The one thing I was like, because the reason why I wanted to bring up the marketing, Adam Savage put out a video with Jon Favreau, where they were going through that the prop area and Adelphi base where they had all the they invited a lot of like, you know, influencers and content creators over, and everyone kind of made the same video, but whatever, who cares? They all had fun. And Adam Savage got like the private tour with Jon Favreau, and they kind of like, and just when Adam Savage starts to geek out like we would about all this stuff, and they go through and they start analyzing it, and Favreau breaks it down, that is where it like put me like right over that edge of, oh my God, it's next week. Like I was already so excited, and it was like, oh my God, it's because it just reminded me of those specials you would get on TV before a big blockbuster came out, like whether it was like a Batman movie or whatever, where it'd be like, come check out behind the scenes in this special, this half-hour special, you know, for this movie. And that's what it reminded me of. And it just got me so excited. So if you haven't seen that, if that did not show up on your algorithms, go look it up still, because it's awesome. It's so much fun.
I think it was a really smart move anyways. Them inviting all those influencers in to get a sneak peek of all that stuff, right? To broadcast it out there. And you know it's right. You know it's done good when people complain about, well, what do they get to go? Right? Like that ugly beast. Where the whole, I'm not really got influencers. They're not
of
real
course,
fans.
it's the influencers with 1.3 million followers that get
But
the
to
show.
to be fair, like the people that I know that went, who you know, influencers for sure, they're still hardcore fans.
Oh
and
yeah,
lost their shit. You know,
and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're actual fans, but people who don't look, I've never heard of them, so they can't be. You know, it's like, oh God, just come out and say you're super jealous. You weren't invited.
Yeah,
which is fine, but don't get outraged.
Yes, yeah, and
you know
I'm with you on. Yeah, it's like, don't get mad at it. If you don't know who these people are, some of them are invited by not just Lucasfilm. Like I think Rex and Around, that's his channel. Mike, he was invited through Sideshow because he does all those Hot Toys reviews, right? So his channel is like super well produced. It is a amazing channel. If you have not watched it, you should check it out. And you know, and he got invited.
Yep.
And
Gabe's Empire was invited.
Dave's,
what's it? Star Wars Explained, right? You've got oh my God. But
there was a lot though. There was a lot of them.
There was a lot of visits from a lot of people. But like I say, they are fans, and sometimes if you're a positive fan, you're going to get invited to places, whereas if you're a knocker, you're not, right? So I mean, it's
100%.
one of those things. Who else would you rather have in your den of awesomeness than people that are really going to enjoy it? You know?
Yeah,
that's it.
100%. And then that same goes with the Pedro appearance in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's just like, I didn't know who half those people were. It doesn't matter. Who cares? What a great experience for them.
They're really mad too. Yeah, like the anger over that. It's like, oh, those weren't just regular people. Those were influencers.
Like,
not really. And it's like, what are you so mad about?
Yeah.
Like what? Like what? Everyone's gonna act that way. Everyone's gonna act that way.
Even if those were regular people, you still wouldn't get invited. So just
go buy some followers.
Buy some followers. 100%.
It's very funny. Anyways, I thought the marketing was really slick on this campaign. I really liked it. It felt like the old school full court press on the product tie-ins with Burger King, with all the sports events too. They were advertising the hell out of this, which is great. The NBA playoffs, the tie-ins for that with Mando and Grogu at the NBA playoffs. Like, I don't watch basketball, but I knew they were on that because
they showed up in a wrestling pay-per-view. They were at WrestleMania.
It's awesome.
Right? Like,
see, my favorite one I saw was Jeopardy. They had a whole category.
Yes,
and it was Jon Favreau reading, every
answer.
So it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. This to me, it was like this was a lot of fun. Like all the lead up and build up to it. Jon Favreau and Roy Choi also did a cooking video.
Yes.
And then Favreau did another cooking video with what's his Steve?
What's that?
He went. The who's the other cook? Jamie? Is it
Jamie
Jamie
Oliver?
Oliver?
maybe? I don't know. Some British guy. Sounds like Steve.
They all sound like Steve.
Oh my god!
What's that?
Ridiculous.
Gordon
Oh, it was
Ramsay?
okay.
Jamie
Yeah.
Oliver?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I guess that's
Jamie
well,
Lee
yeah, I
Curtis.
guess Jamie Lee Curtis.
James
Yes,
Brown.
it was Jamie.
See, Sir Eric Brown with a save again. Thank you for coming tonight.
Yeah. Thank you. But those were super fun to watch. As well, because watching just Favreau in the kitchen is great. If anyone has watched not just the movie Chef, but he's got a Netflix series with Roy Choi called Chef as well, where they just cook in that little like.
But didn't you also make yourself a flat meat?
Yeah,
I did make myself a flat because I had to.
There's a recipe. There's a recipe to follow, right? Why not?
There was a recipe to follow. Plus, also watching Pedro be in the kitchen with like people that know how to cook was really funny to watch because you could tell he was just like out of his element a little bit.
Man, for me it was Walmart finally getting a stock of toys on the shelves, and not just one shelf, but like 17 shelves full of Mando Grogu. Walking in there and seeing those diorama end of aisle cardboard statuettes all up there, that was cool. That's when you knew the shit was going down, because there was actually things on the pegs to thumb through and pick.
The timely release of toys like coincided with that, not only in the stores, but like Hasbro dropped a number of figs very close to the launch of the movie and whatnot. So they got some pre-orders up for other characters, and it's great. Like it's good to get all of those things. So
Micro Galaxy bankrupted me in one day by releasing all the pre-orders that we're not going to see till December. We got the AT-AT, you got the smuggler's car, or the gangster car, you got all of these, the INT4 guys. Like to me, that was like the probe droid dropping again. I've got to get one of those. So bankrupt, man. Can't even afford to eat.
Yeah.
You made your choice.
Popcorn. Yeah,
I did get popcorn because it came with the bucket.
Yeah. That's all good. Kevin, was there anything that stood out for you in the marketing?
I think it was the Jeopardy one, because I actually sat there and watched and answered every question as I was watching. Like, oh, this is fun. Like, this works, and it got me to watch Jeopardy. I usually just watch Family Feud fails or Wheel of Fortune fails, but watching the entire Jeopardy clip was pretty good too. I like that one a lot. But that's the one that's just it reaches this far. Like, that's how far the marketing went.
Yeah, they went all for it. I'm really happy that they did. Because I mean the movie did do well. I mean, it made its money back, and it kind of gives me hope that we'll get. Actually, I want more of these, but we'll get into that. Right, we'll get up into that like very quickly. But now I want to go into the red carpet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about it?
Yeah. What about it, Paul? Tell us Tell us about it.
Well, I mean, what is it to say? It was like a very, very surreal experience. I'd never done a movie premiere red carpet. So we've done premieres before, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, season 1 in LA. We were at the Egyptian Theater, so different theater, but still sort of like that big to do. But this was the first sort of like, it's a Star Wars movie, for God's sake, right? And I honestly, I didn't think we were going to get invited. I was going to get invited at all, to be honest, because time was ticking. I mean, I was talking to you guys about it and trying to carve out a time that I could take off from work or whatever. Like and I didn't want to be a pain in the ass and go, can you ask? Can we see? I was asking my agents if they knew anything about what was going on, if they could send out feelers. And, they said we have, and no one's getting back to us. And and then of course, the day that I finally go, I'm not getting invited. Let's buy tickets for the first screening in Toronto. We bought the tickets, all this stuff. Like 2 hours later, get an email saying, "Hey, we're absolutely overjoyed to invite you and some guests to the premiere, red carpet premiere of Mandalorian and Grogu." It's like, oh, fantastic! This is great. So yeah, thus began the journey of like scrambling to get flights down to LA because I paid for them. Like we got the invite, but they certainly didn't put us up or anything, and they didn't fly us down. They did provide transport on the day, which was very helpful, which was awesome. It was one of these whirlwind things, and it was about getting an outfit that would be appropriate for the red carpet. And then
can we just say how sharp Paul looked, everybody? I mean,
you look so good.
best suit with the brown shirt underneath. Like someone's thinking.
That was, you know what? I forgot. I didn't show off the socks because I had green socks, like the Grogu green were in the socks right there. But yeah, just like flying down, and it was a surreal week because that weekend we were in Sudbury, Ontario for Miles's baseball games, and that's a 4-hour drive north of Toronto. For people who don't know, it's like a blue collar town. It's a 4-hour drive, and the weather was miserable. Like we were freezing cold out in the middle of nowhere, and then we had to drive back. And then on the Monday, I got an award from ACTRA, so we had to dress up for that.
Right.
And that's another surreal thing where I get the ACTRA award, have to make a speech. Tuesday is just sort of like scrambling to get ready. Wednesday we fly out to LA. Thursday during the day we visited the Academy Museum, Motion Picture Museum, because I needed to see the Jaws exhibit.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's closing soon, and I was like, I gotta see this. This is my favorite movie of all time. And then we, rush back to the hotel. We hired a stylist or a groomer to sort of do up Anna's hair and give her makeup and stuff like that. And she, took a little bit of the shine off of my head and stuff. And then Steve and Allie came and joined us, and before you knew it, we were like piling into this Escalade, driving around Hollywood really slowly because there's a time, right? Like you have to arrive at a certain time, and if you're early, they won't let you in. So like we're crawling down the streets of LA, and in fact, we had to loop around once.
Yeah,
but then you roll up onto Hollywood Boulevard, and they've got it cordoned off. It's completely shut down, and they've got all these tents that are up and these installations, these interactive installations, some indoors, some outdoors. And you're just like, wow. And you've got the fan pits there. Hollywood Boulevard on the one side, you've got the El Capitan on the other side, you've got the Grauman's Chinese Theater. These are like historic movie theaters that have had so many fantastic movies premiering there. And here we are in this SUV that gets pulled through security. They got the bomb check, they got the sniffer dogs, they got all this stuff. We got met when we got out. We got met by our handler Howard. He's on Instagram
guy.
at Lorcana Man. He's really, really great guy. Took care of us, super patient. And then we just sort of went through the whole rigmarole of just like being guided through. And then there's like what happened first. It was on the street, and we're just sort of chatting with people and their fans and cosplayers and people that we knew.
Yeah. There was a photo. There was a photo up before we went in, right? So you had the fan pit with the just Mandalorian costumes both sides, and then you had they built one of the ATRTs up there for a photo shoot, and then they had a Mando backdrop with a Mandalorian cosplayer there for all these photo shoots, and that was the first thing as soon as you walk in.
Yeah,
and watching Paul is just. I mean, it's first of all, it's an honor to be there, right? And I just felt like an alien through the whole thing. I shouldn't be here. This is amazing. But just watching it and just seeing everyone light up, it was worth it just to be there to see that happening, man. Because it was just watching you in your element and so good. Like we're moving from one to the next to the next, and even just being there with Anna as well, and just seeing that same thing you were talking about. We were at a baseball game yesterday. It's freezing cold, and now we're in Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah,
it was surreal. It's surreal.
Yeah, and then meeting some influencers, the online, like in real life, which was fantastic. Because they've got an online presence. I've chatted with them online. I've been on some of their shows, right? Like Star Wars Explained with Alex and Molly. And it's really, really great to meet them in person. Like Carly King, I'd met her before in LA. It was always good to see her again. And then what's that, Gabe's Empire, meeting him, like his stuff is fantastic. If you look at his collection, and he's got it's next level. He's got studio scale models and a beautiful setup. It makes this look like a hobby shop compared to his stuff. And then there's the red carpet of like they have this huge, they wind us through, and then they have it's like a block long, and the first half of it is a step and repeat with the press gallery, and it's packed. And like all the shit that you see in the movies where like, look over here, and they're all fighting to get a shot, is like, that's what it was. And so we're all lined up there like a bunch of assholes waiting to get our pictures taken. And then beyond that is like the actual press gallery where they're asking, they're interviewing people. And it was just one of those things where I used to hate, I still do, kind of like get your picture taken, but I find that if you are uncomfortable and you show it and you look uncomfortable, it's going to be a bad experience, basically, right? And photographers, they get really, they're like, oh, okay, he's trying to look cool, or he's looking disinterested or whatever, and they don't take the nicest photos of you, right? But if you show something, a little energy in it and just lean into it, they fucking lose their mind. So I started doing this with the mustache, and they all just started over here. Like there's Ryan, you sent the clip of that, right? I'm like, holy shit, they're like, I'm being so cheap right now, and they love it. And so it's just having fun and just having,
they love me.
Yeah, it's just it's a silly thing, but it's like, well, if I gotta be here, I want fun photos taken of me, and I want it to be memorable at the very least. Because there was one dude before me, and he wouldn't take his sunglasses off, and he just sort of stood there and posed. And they're like, take off your glasses, take off. And he absolutely would not play with them. And they're like, okay, go. Right. And I was kind of like, that was me. That usually is me. You smile, you do something a little, but this time I was just like, fuck it. You know what? I'm at a Star Wars premiere.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna make this memorable. I'm gonna have fun doing this. And that's the spirit in which I sort of leaned into it. And so, yeah, it was great. And it was really weird because I've never had so many people fighting to make, to get the look here. And photographers going, yeah, she got her shot. She can look over me. Yeah, it was chaotic.
But you look sharp though.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. It was pure blind ass luck. And in fact, I think Steve and Ali, just chatting with them about what they were putting together, sort of got me into the whole, oh yeah, okay, color schemes. Yeah, I got like a silverish kind of suit that's like Beskar. So Anna and I, we went out shopping, and I got, this dark sort of brownish burgundy-ish shirt, and I went, okay, that's like his cape, and then the green socks to tie it in. And then for Anna, she had this lovely black dress with this yellow blouse that she pulled over. It's like it's a long sort of almost like a smock, but it's a dress, right? And so she can do it up. Yeah, and then she was looking for shoes and stuff, and I was like, well, you know what? Don't get shoes that look fancy but are super uncomfortable. Like if you want to go comfortable but go flashy. And so she got these awesome sort of shiny gold, like Adidas sneakers that were reflective, and it was like tied in with her yellow dress, and it was like it's like a C-3PO sort of theme. She's like, yeah, and so she looked great in it too, right? Yeah. And Steve and Ali looked like $1 million as they always do.
Get out of here! I went to Grogu.
He's so sharp though, man. You got that beautiful, the beautiful, like the color, and that's where I listening to you guys going, oh yeah, that's so smart.
Have fun with it, right? Like you said, have fun with it. It's just it was, and the thing that was going through my head for the whole thing is 49 years ago, in this exact same spot, in this exact same pavement. That's what blew me away. That's what sent me into a little spiral of like anxiety. This is where it all happened 49 years ago, absolutely nuts. One of the cool things as well, before you got into the press junket, was they did an indoor, almost like Shakiri or whatever it is called. It was all an indoor market almost, with all the booths set up, and they have one of the speeders in there, and they have one of the Vespa scooters in there as well.
Oh yeah, they did,
which was interesting. But you're getting kind of pushed through. But the funny thing is Paul was like a kid in a candy store, because they were handing him the Disney Parks Coca-Cola thermal detonator.
Thermal detonator was like, give me.
I haven't got these yet. Yeah, it was so funny.
So I got 2 of them. I brought them back. I got a Diet Coke one and a Coke one. But yeah, and then it's like you get through that, and I didn't have to do any press, which was like, thank God. Just go through. And then you're out in front of the theater, and they've got even more stuff on display. They had the Anzellan starship in there. They had all the BD droids, so you could dance with them and get you. I know Steve and Ali, they waited in line. They got their moment with them. They actually had the puppeteers with Grogu, and Grogu was completely interacting with people who went up, and all those awesome dudes from Legendary were there, and Mike Manziel, he's a friend of mine. He's one of the main puppeteers. But that whole team is a unit. Like, they work together in sync, and it's like they're so good. They're having conversations with people and like keeping an eye, and they're still manipulating Grogu. So he's fully interactive there, which is amazing. And then on top of that, you have the star power that was there, the celebrities, the directors, the actors. That, like, it was crazy. Like, Adam Savage was there. I saw Adam. I'm a friend of Adam's. He's a friend of mine. So, like, made my way over there to sort of chat with him. And he's there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is Jason Reitman, right? Never met him." Like, oh my god, and just all these fucking stars coming through, which was amazing. Chatting with Steve Bloom, because he sort of we met up earlier in that other display with the speeder car in there, and he was with his family, and he introduced his sons to me, and he said, "Oh, they're big fans of your work." And I said, "Dude, man, I'm a huge fan of your work. You have been, like, you know, the work that you've done on Rebels, and now, you know, because then you know, doing in Maul Shadow Lord and all. Like, he's an integral part of my Star Wars journey on the animated side too, and like, to meet him, and he's awesome. And we didn't get a chance to really work together in season 3 of Mandalorian, right? He did do the voice, but he was not there doing the mocap and stuff. And so that was really, so we kind of worked together, but not really. But like stuff like that, which was just surreal. And then going into the theater, man, the Grauman's Chinese theater, and then all the, like, Deborah Chow's there. I'm like, oh my God, Deb, I haven't seen you in a couple of years. So chatting with her, Rick Famuyiwa was there, Brendan Wayne, his partner Sarah Arrington, who was the acting coach on Avatar for seasons 2 and 3, right? She's fantastic person. And Lateef Crowder and everybody who like your brain's on overload. And it's one of these, and then it turns out I almost tripped Sigourney Weaver.
So funny.
I was on one knee chatting to Deb in the there's a walkway, and I guess her entourage, they were passing by. I didn't even see them, and I guess I almost tripped her.
We're like, everyone's like, Paul, and he's just chatting away, one leg out behind him, one leg now, you know, proposal stand. You know?
Yeah.
And in comes Sigourney in arm with Pedro Pascal. And they're trying to walk in and make, and who's got his leg across the walkway? It's only Paul. And we're like, Paul, mind your leg. He looks behind. He's like, oh, yeah. And then on the way out, Anna almost did the same thing to them on the way out. It was so funny. So funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
did you see did you see Dave Filoni was there?
Yes. Saw Dave, John Knoll. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang tight. Steve was there. Did you introduce Steve to anybody?
Who? I did it myself. I was too shy. Right, Ryan thinks I should have been introduced to Dave Filoni. He's going to give you shit about this, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But if you on the way out, this is the crazy thing. On the way out, I'm my seat partner for the movie was Rick Famuyiwa.
Yeah.
I'm sat there like a kid, staring at this man, and he was such a gentle giant, just talking to me before the movie starts and just laughing in that booming laugh, you know. And then next to him you got his wife, and then you got Deborah Chow, and then who was next to Deb Chow, the pilot of the red Y-wing bomber. I can't remember what his name is.
Lee Isaac Chung.
Yeah. So
another director of his own right, who, you know, which is amazing. Because I saw one of his first little one of his movies, Minari, was huge, and then he got Mandalorian season 3, and then, you know, he went on to direct Twisters, which is like that exponential jump in scale and whatnot. And then here he is again reprising. All the directors were pretty much back. had little cameo roles in the movie, except for Peter Ramsey, who did second unit directing with Dave Filoni on the movie. Peter Ramsey, one of my favorite human beings and directors as well. He directed that episode in season 3 Pirates that was Carson Teva heavy. And so it was great to see him. Didn't get a chance to chat with him as much as I'd like to. It's just like it's all over the place. Like you don't know where to go because there's so many people that you want to catch up with and see. Lovely people from the hair and makeup department were there. Josh Roth, who's the head of props, was there. Emily Swallow was there, and I didn't even see her.
No.
Didn't even know she was
in the most amazing red dress and all, like just totally didn't look like her at all. In fact, I think that's who we saw when we did the turn.
When we did the loop around, and there was that woman standing there, right?
There's a lady stood there in a red dress. I'm like, who's that lady in the red dress? And I think that was her.
Her. Yeah. And then Katie Sackhoff was there, so you got a chance to chat with her. You got a picture with her.
Nice.
But it's all this. I did get a chance to talk to Filoni. He did a drive-by in the theater. He was like, "Leaves suck," and I was like, "Hey, they do."
Wow, catching strays
this year. And then at the after party, I actually got a chance to chat with him a little bit more, which was great. And it was just like, and I met the actor who played the Imperial Warlord at the beginning, who tries to escape in the INT, which is great. What's his name? Menke. Oh fuck, I'm so bad. My brain right
minus
now.
10 points.
Yeah. Oh, that is
big
a
fan.
10 pointer.
Big fan. Do you know his name then?
What was his name, Ryan?
What was his name, Steve?
Minus a million points.
You're breaking
Sorry,
up.
my computer's freezing. I can't. Can't do it.
It was such a surreal thing. But the good thing about all of this is that the hype is real at that. We talked about hype before, but the hype was, what's going on with my lights behind me? Wow.
Disco time.
Hemke. The hype was something different. Everyone was there for one reason and one reason only, and that just amplifies the experience. It really does.
That's like celebration, right? Like when everyone's there for that same thing and everyone's excited. Exactly. It was like a big celebration at the end of the day. It really was. But on the way, when we left, we kind of had to go up the stairs to get back out into the lobby and go down again. And it's a slow process, right? Because you're enjoying the whole thing. And on the way out, the last person to be stood next to the door on the way out into the lobby was Kathleen Kennedy. And I'm looking, going, I know that face, because she's much shorter in real life, and I know that face, and I'm like, oh, hi, and that was all that could come out of my mouth on the way out. So she's not 6'1"?
No.
Yeah, because I always imagined she'd be like,
that's Sigourney Weaver.
6 foot, like
yeah,
right, like just tall and have a presence. But she probably does have a presence. She's just shorter than you would have thought. No, that is cool. That is cool. Well, let's get talking about this movie.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Now,
I didn't like it. I don't like it. Not enough steaks.
Well, not enough steaks. Not enough food. There need to be more food.
It was fun, man. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun,
so much
fun. And I can say this because I've gone to see it more than once, and I was surprised how into it I was from the beginning right to the end. I honestly didn't expect that, because I've been to a lot of movies lately and they're not kind of getting me all the way through, but I didn't honestly expect this one to grab me as much as it did. And I don't know if it's because you're just constantly looking, but I think it was actually because it was paced the way to make that happen, to be honest, because I've watched it a couple of times and it's still the same thing. The same thing.
Well, I think the second time through, the first time watching it was just like the, when you're excited to see a movie and you go and you're like, and it's all new information and you're just sort of gathering as much, and it's just like, and you don't really get a chance to sort of settle down and watch it. And the second time through, really, like, we just saw it, and I enjoyed it even more, just because it was a chance to just sort of breathe into it and kind of go, oh, okay, and then really sort of watch it and have the stuff in mind, like, did that happen? Like, how did this read? how does it read now versus the hype of the opening, the premiere of it and whatnot? And I really enjoyed it. And I think for me, I know people are like, oh, it's too long, the pacing's off, and blah blah blah. So my favorite part of that movie is the middle, when there's almost no dialogue and it turns into a fucking Muppet movie, which I love. You know, it's just Grogu. He's there and he's trying to take care of the Mandalorian, and he's going through, and it's just like there's something so beautiful about the imagery of him like meditating, or as he's exploring, and you see the forest or the swamp, and there's something absolutely heart-achingly beautiful about how innocent he is and how he has to adapt to save the thing that he loves. And so for people who go and they say, oh, there's no stakes in this movie, like, you know, Mando doesn't change, there's no character development. Fuck you. It's like Grogu, he's a character, he has to grow in leaps and bounds. It's the Mandalorian and Grogu. Right?
Yeah.
You know, how are they watching the movie?
Well, that's what I mean. Oh my God, fuck. Do you know what happened? You know what actually happened?
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Holy fucking shit. Okay. You know, when you go to a movie theater, right?
Yeah.
It says 7:00 start time. Does the movie actually start at 7?
No.
What do you got? 15, 20 minutes of ads?
Oh,
yeah.
30.
Shit like
30.
That, right?
Not
Well,
30
if you're in the States,
it's
45
30
minutes.
Yeah.
So we're there, and you know, the movie starts late anyways, like 7:10. It goes through the rigmarole. The actual movie itself starts around 7:30-ish. You've got that whole opening sequence. They get, you know, they get to Adelphi. This fucking guy walks in, and we're in IMAX, so we got the last row with nobody behind us, right? And I'm like, because I don't want anybody behind me, because people kick seats, they don't know how to watch movies anymore.
Right.
Buddy fucking rolls up to the row in front of us. Can't say, fucking turns on the flashlight on his phone, full blast, to get to his seat, which is of course almost right in fucking front of us. And he keeps the fucking thing on after he sits down. So then he turns it off finally. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, fine.
Life's hard.
Just he's there. Two more people come up to join him. Like 10 minutes later, these two women come up. They come across, they stumble to the seats. One woman, she turns on her fucking phone, full blast, and she so it's stadium seating. She's looking through her apps, and it's shining right in my face. She's not like, you're late for the movie, and now you've got your phone shining in my face. Why are you here? Like, what are you doing? So I leaned over and I said, your phone is shining right in my face. Can you turn it off, please?
Yeah.
Right. And she's like, oh, looked all offended. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Why
would you like me to knock you out?
Oh yeah, my God. It is beyond. It is so impolite. That is just absolutely appalling behavior. And I'm appalled, so I should know. Yeah. Right? Like that's
no, but
holy fuck. But that okay. So that aside, where was I? Oh yeah, talking about stakes and whatnot. Yeah. You know, there's for me, stakes don't have to mean galactic implications.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are like, oh, well, you know, it's not like the fate of the universe. Movies like that are exhausting. Where it's like,
right.
You know, it's like it's like a Star Trek movie or whatever. The fate of the universe decides on this.
Or
the fate of the
MCU.
Marvel movies, same thing. The fate of the planet, this or that. There is nothing wrong with having stakes that are high for the characters, but maybe not as high in the universe in general. Okay,
it's Grogu's whole world.
Yeah,
right. Look at it that way. Just because it's not an alien invasion in New York City doesn't mean that there's like anything not at risk here.
100% that. And you look at it and go, there's real concern.
What's that? What's wrong with having a fun movie in the Star Wars universe?
Well,
it's not even just a fun TV show.
It's not even just that it's fun. It's something that I've wanted from Star Wars for a very long time, which is just self-contained. Like that's it. Like this is a story that has a beginning and an end. Yeah. There's no larger picture. There's no having to worry about like who is related to who and connected to what. This is just a Mandalorian story.
Yeah. And the cool thing about that too is if those movies become more successful, then you're going to get more kinds. Star Wars can go off in so many different directions.
Oh,
if they do that, right? Where things don't have to be. The MCU kind of ruined it for everybody with like that interconnectivity of all the movies and this and that. Like it's really clever. We haven't done it before. We hadn't seen it on that scale before. But then suddenly everything had to be like that. And that for me is just sort of like, it's exhausting. You're like, oh, so do I have to watch? I mean, this is what fans say. Do I have to watch 7,000 episodes of 16 different shows and all these movies to understand what's going on here?
And people have been asking that even about like Ahsoka when it dropped. Remember, they were like, "Do I have to watch like 8 seasons of Clone Wars and 5 seasons of Rebels and then watch the show?" And it's like, no.
Yeah. So
it's in theaters and so mainstream. Like you can't make it just for people who've seen everything, right?
Yeah.
You have to be having it be self-contained serves a wider audience.
Right. And I think that's why, like, when I left, I didn't notice it when I watched the movie. It wasn't until I got home and digested it where I was like, the armorer wasn't there. But there was no reason for her to be there.
No need to be there. There was no need for any other Mandalorians to be there whatsoever.
No Grief Karga?
No Grief Karga? Or, I mean, apparently there was a deleted scene with IG-11.
Oh, was there?
Okay.
So maybe there was something at some point. Maybe it.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't. I'm just some guy. I only just saw behind the scenes photos that have come out from crew. But yeah. So maybe. But again, like that. I think that's the whole point of it being like now people don't have to ask who is this armorer if this is their first Star Wars thing. Now they can go back and watch those old episodes and then do what the Mandalorian, including this movie, has been great for, which is world building.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like it's even Adelphi base, just seeing it like I don't know how you guys felt about it. At first I was a little shocked to see like names show up on the screen at the beginning. Like, like having opening credits where I was like,
it was Top Gun. It was Star Wars Top Gun. It was the opening of Top Gun.
It was. And I was like,
such a beautiful shot.
Oh,
the X-Wings with the sunset behind. Oh my God.
The suns, but just not in that, just people see like just doing like the fueling, tinkering with stuff, just like, and I was like, man, this is a great way to have this, because you can't just put these kind of shots in a Star Wars movie as they are. So to be able to do this, and then not only that, seeing Pedro Pascal, then seeing Brendan Wayne, and then and like seeing Lateef.
That was crazy.
Sharing the same spotlight.
Love it.
Sharing that same spotlight. It just like right when I saw those names, I was like, that is such a nice touch. Because if it was any other show, they would just be at the end of the credits.
End credits, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like,
sorry, go ahead, Kevin. Yeah.
No, I was just like, oh, Jeremy Allen White is second build. Okay, like that must mean he has a bigger role than what we're led on to believe. And then like right after that, it was Brendan Wayne and Lateef. I'm like, that's awesome. Like the two actors like who are doing the
heavy lifting.
Yeah,
literally.
Most of the suit work and the stunt work are right there. It's like that's awesome to be like on a silver screen. This opportunity to give them that their flowers like that. I think it was really cool.
Yeah, I was really happy to see that, and again just that whole part, like that just added to what I thought was just a nice something that we're not used. Like I said, we're not used to that in Star Wars. Seeing an opening credits with with the names and the stars, and it didn't take me out for 1 second. I was just like, this is great. This is cool.
It's like I'm at a theater watching Star Wars. This is what it is. This is what it movie experience is.
Selfishly for me, I didn't go in there needing anything, and I kind of left with getting a good dose. Right, I had a good drink that night, and to me, I was fixated. I was fixated on that freaking Adelphi base. I was staring intently, especially the second watch, and looking at what I could spot in that yard.
Yeah.
Like Sir Eric Brown says, you see the B-wing and you're like, oh, there's the B-wing. And it wasn't fully in your face. You can see the Y-wings, you can see the X-wings, and then we got that New Republic B-wing, which was cool to see. But even like that's where my nerdism was. I was trying to spot the ships I couldn't figure out because I hadn't done deep dives. And what the hell are they? Now we've got some good images of it with the imagery that's come out, but I was nerding out on all the ships. I selfishly didn't go in there needing to have anything too deep. I just wanted to go watch a fun movie and be entertained.
I have a question. You've all seen it more than once. I've only seen it once, so there's probably things that I missed. I also had to wear my glasses, so I wasn't even looking for, like, I didn't have the best vision, so I wasn't looking for Easter eggs. I'm like, second watch, I'll catch it. But when we talk about like making it accessible for, like, peripheral Star Wars fans, casuals, to say, they'll come to the movie and go, "Oh, Mando deals with Sigourney Weaver, cool." But for people who knew that, was there anything that addressed like, "Hey, I'm your new handler," even like a single line or anything like that?
She's the colonel.
Yeah,
I mean, that was it. Yeah,
she kind of made it like, we're hiring you to help us.
Yeah, but for people who've been watching and like know what was like, Carson Teva was his handler,
right. I thought the same thing.
I thought maybe like a simple line like, "Hey, you weren't supposed to kill them," like, I've just got handed you as one of my agents for whatever for like a week now, and something like that. I don't know if there's something that I missed, or they did address that, or I'm just supposed to go.
I mean, in the timeline, it must have been, this relationship has been established for a while, I think, is what I took away from it. But to be honest, I did say this in the beginning, I feel, and not just because Paul's here, but I feel as if he'd walked into the base and got a nod of recognition or a nod of welcome back from Carl. That would have, to me, worked a lot more to do it. But they were, like you said, they're looking to do it out of no links at all to anything.
Yeah.
But also, I also have that same friend bias of, I wanted to see Carson Teva at the Adelphi base. And I also thought in my head too, like, that moment they give that, like, that spotlight, that shining spotlight on Dave Filoni, on Trapper Wolf. I thought it would have also made sense if Carson Teva was in that same shot reacting, because Carson Teva's got that history with Mando.
He signed him up.
We've seen Trapper Wolf and Carson Teva team up before. So it's something that is there for us who've been watching the series, but it's also something that you don't need to explain to everybody of why these two.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. He set this up. Basically, he found him, he got him, he set him up, he brought him in. I thought there would be at least a sort of, like you said, Kevin, like a handoff, to make it flow,
right?
Because that way you do need to have watched everything to know where this came from. Otherwise, you're like, oh, how did he hook up with the rebels? There is a big story there, So I'm glad that they continued it into the base, but that was missing, I think. But yeah,
like, I didn't choose to be your handler. You got dumped on me, and then because Carson Teva was out,
do that again,
out traveling the galaxy with Hera Syndulla, anything in there.
Yeah,
hey, and you know what? That would make sense because he was doing that in Ahsoka, so that all could have happened.
What would have made better sense is that Mando gets up and leaves, and then Teva comes out the toilet going, "Oh, did I miss him again?" that would have made so much more sense.
You come out with, like, on your phone.
The toilet paper stuck to my boot.
Yeah.
And in the background, after it kind of zooms out in the blurry background, you see the green of Hera just zip around the corner. So no one knows. Teva's in the bathroom again.
Yeah,
toilet paper for this guy.
Yeah.
Too funny. Yeah, that was something I kind of that would be on my wish list, but I'm not going to go and make an online campaign and destroy the movie.
Oh no, it's just
boys, I'm just really happy that they called and wrote a little something for me in the movie. Because initially that wasn't going to happen. I mean, it was just like they were making it. So for them to reach out and to offer me to put me in there, I think was a tremendous honor, and was just so happy, so overjoyed. And I tell you, it's very, it's one thing to watch yourself on TV on a show, which is great. I mean, I love Star Wars, but it's like it is so different when you see yourself up on a big screen in a Star Wars movie. No, Brandon, we haven't seen it yet. We hate Star Wars just like you.
Dude, I was so happy. Like, because it got till the end before we get the reveal, and I was like, dude, Paul's on the big screen. Like I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was
even,
so
even
happy for you.
right up until that moment, I don't know, nobody really knew, right? Everyone guessed, but no one really knew. And that was the cool thing about all of it. You were very, very good about keeping stum, and everyone wasn't really sure. You know, we had all these releases of you coming out in the Lego, and you're bound to be like, yeah, but that's for Mandalorian, and that's kind of wardship. That whole thing was kind of cool. And right up until that moment, even I was getting twitchy towards the end, going, "When the fuck is it going to happen?" And when you said, "I've got one on my tail," I thought, "Oh no,
this is it.
Oh no,
they finally they can get rid of me and never have to."
I had that like small feeling too. Like I'm like, don't do it.
Yeah,
don't.
We were laughing about that. If what Paul's only line in the movie was, "They're on my tail," bang, and also it's like that's it, just done.
Well,
they could have
Wilhelm scream.
They could have.
They could have, and it would have been well within their rights. And even if that had happened, massive bummer, of course. But it's like, hey man, I was in a Star Wars movie and I got blown up. Right. So
hey, but even better, you were in a Star Wars movie and got saved by Sigourney Weaver.
I know, that's awesome.
That's so cool. Because now that means that there's 2 women that you possibly have slept with at some point between 2 Death Stars. Because she's like, there's no way I'm gonna let this one die. I need that meat.
Yeah.
Right. So
that's where he was.
Pants.
Yeah.
That's where he was. That's why we didn't see him. He was locked out the bag, still in his harness.
Having a shower.
Yeah. Well, I'm just really happy I don't have to lie about it anymore. And even on the red carpet, I had like influencers, people. So are you in it? You're here. Are you in it? And I was like, no. I just got invited, which is great.
Everyone from Mando versus here. Everyone.
Mercedes Monet was there.
Katie Sackhoff was there. Emily Swallow was there. Like a lot of people were there that were in the series. Ming-Na Wen was there as well. It was lovely because at the after party, she actually came up. She came up to me as everybody's leaving. She's like, "Oh my god, I finally did Jesse," and she said, "You made it into the movie. That's great." So,
how's Dole doing? I miss him.
That was Katie saying that.
That was Katie. Yeah.
So
but anyway, we get the movie opener, and then
Well, no, we can bounce around. We don't have to go in order here. But it was just but dude, it was really special getting to see you in there. Even it was just like, and again, it was not a space battle, but we got to see you shoot down some things, and it was really cool to see. And it got me like, it's just, again, it's I know it's total bias. It's like at this point, this is something I know I talk about with like Kevin and Steve and stuff too, where it's like, I understand it's a friend bias, but man, I want a Carson Teva series on Disney Plus so bad.
Yeah.
And we could tell the story about how Carson Teva took R5 and brought him back to Adelphi Base.
Right.
Yeah.
That's season 1.
That's what was coming out of my mouth for the whole night around anyone. Yeah, man, we need more of this Adelphi base, man.
Yep. I love it. And now that it's built and it looks like they're keeping it, I mean, there's no reason why we couldn't have one. And it's a great opportunity to get always the directors to have cameos or just be just in certain episodes. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. I mean, I think it would be such a fun series. And again, I think it comes down to, you guys were saying it's Top Gun, right? So if you have Top Gun mixed with, Law and Order, kind of mixed in with all that kind of stuff and all the
it's also a courtroom drama.
Yeah. I'm thinking like Ahsoka, right? Like, because they had like the courtroom scene, and then there's like all the CSI stuff, and then the Carson Teva going to Coruscant and being like, this bitch here is fiddling with shit, and then it's him trying to prove it. Like, I'd love a season of that.
Hey, Rangers of the New Republic.
I
got a great name. That's not being used.
It's just Carson Teva just trying to he knows shit is happening. He just needs to prove it. And they're being very clean and tidy about it. And it's just like, I would love to see a series like that. Because you could easily give it some of, if people are like, I want Andor, you could give something like that a little bit of Andor tone and still have that little bit of fun Star Wars for everyone tone to it. That's just 100%. Me. That's my pitch. If anyone's listening, dear God, That's my pitch.
So here's the opening scene, which we all see in the trailers and in the teasers. It didn't read so, Paul. You very very kindly donated those Ralph McQuarrie pictures, and I was thumbing through them the other day because they're freaking awesome. But it suddenly dawned on me when I was flicking through these posters of that opening scene with the AT-ATs. I'm just going to quickly show this. That there where the AT-ATs shooting at him on his two-legged beast, or his Tauntaun at the time. That is kind of what we got, right? With the two-legged AT-AT.
Yep.
And it suddenly dawned on me that's where I've seen something
running
like
in
this
between.
before. And
all the,
this is like the INT4, the INT4 popping out the side of the AT-AT. Isn't that was cool? And I just wanted to. I don't know if anyone else noticed that, but I suddenly just popped into there.
The McQuarrie stuff served as inspiration. I mean, those are absolutely tips of the hat to the McQuarrie stuff. Even if you look at the AT-ATs, the way the way they're constructed, they're actually closer to the McQuarrie concepts than they are to the ones in Empire Strikes Back, right? And definitely, I think I've been reading a lot now that people can talk about it. The people who worked in the art department and production, they're saying definitely that's what these are the influences. This is what we were going for, and they're really happy that people are noticing it.
Yeah.
It's awesome stuff. Another thing I want to talk about on my end, just because I want to shift gears, because I could talk about a Delphi base for like another hour. Easy.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Nal Hutta and how awesome that whole world building with that was too, and the release the Amani. Man, though the Animans, they were way cooler than I expected them to be. I didn't know
scary looking, man.
Yeah, it was like they did some jump scares with them, which was great.
Yeah.
And again, because we saw a small glimpse of them in that first trailer, right? Of one. So in my head, I'm thinking, oh, it's Animan, like just the one.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, like these are Animans are from they live on Nal Hutta. And they work for the Hutts.
Yeah, they were scary looking dudes, man. In and out of the water.
Yeah, I like how even when Grogu is on his own and he's like talking to the dude, just living his life in the bayou. Even when you see the Animans like coming up to swimming through the swamps, it's just like, oh, this is so cool.
I was eating my lunch the other day. And I picked
you were thinking about it?
I picked up a pickle spear out of my jar, and I went to bite into it with the dark green back and the light green middle, and I'm like, oh my god, it's one of those dudes.
They're just pickles.
All these things come through my little rotten old mind every now and then.
I haven't checked, but I'm curious if the action figures have gone up in price. So they were already expensive before the movie came out, but I'm curious if they went up.
Yeah. But the way they were fighting and stuff was really cool as well. They had weapons in that, but they were just terrifying on their own with those almost alien, a xenomorph like teeth. They were almost like that. They were shiny, or unless that was just my eyes, but they seemed to be like shiny and almost metal, like the sharp teeth in there. They were scary looking things.
Yeah, it was cool.
Did anyone get hungry with the meatloaf sandwich that Marty Scorsese was making?
Yeah.
The floating meatloaf sandwich.
Hey, first off, Martin Scorsese's voice acting skills were amazing. Everything sounded so natural, like a natural conversation.
Yeah.
And props to the animators at ILM for that too, for doing such amazing animation work to, like, at no point did I ever think that's a CG character.
Yeah. Apparently a lot of the dialogue was improvised, which is why it sounded so natural for him. Yeah, it's because they're just sort of riffing and improvising and throwing different ideas around and stuff like that. So which is great, because I mean, if it's you'd boil that scene down to its essence is, somebody's leaning on a guy for information about the mob. He's like, no, I didn't, I didn't do it. And that's like, if anybody's going to be good at, that kind of improvising that kind of character, it's Martin Scorsese, because how many movies has he done? you
Right.
know, with the same sort of thing. So he knows the archetypes of these characters, and so he can play them, right? So it's just like it's like a scene out of the Goodfellas. If they're leaning on, if the cops are leaning on him, or like, so where do you do the drop off? It's like, no, you know, sometimes I go to this, you know, sometimes it's here, it's there, or every once in a while it's the Salt Bar,
Yeah.
sometimes, but it's a bunch of different places, right?
Yeah, but it could be this one.
Yeah.
I loved watching the arms and what the arms are doing. One of the hands is pulling up his pants, the other one's putting this away, the other one's putting a jar on there. It was fun watching what they were doing with the hands all the time.
Well, and it was a great extension from like Solo, right?
Yeah.
Because that was the same species that John Favreau did the voice for, Rio Durant.
Yeah.
Rio Durant
Yeah,
was it?
that sounds right.
His name, and it was just like that's a great, because he was doing that too, right? Flying the ship and pulling up his pants at the same time, or when he was in the Mud Trooper uniform, he was doing all that. So it's nice.
That was that whole planet. I can't remember the name of the planet, so I guess minus 15 points for me. But man, that
Shakiri?
Shakiri, yeah, dude.
Chicago-y? Chicago-y?
It's Shakira. It's a little bit of Chicago. It's a little bit of Vegas. Right? Like it's
Miles actually leaned. We were watching, and Miles said, "It looks like Vegas." Like that's what he said to me. Like when they're flying into it, it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, but I love the all the creatures in the fight with Road to the Hutt.
Yeah,
the degenerate.
Well, what I liked about it is I thought they did Jurassic Park better than Jurassic Park has done. You know, or at least Jurassic World has done, in the sense that like the moment the safety goes down, nobody was safe. Where I find like in the latest Jurassic World movies, people run. Maybe someone has a dinosaur on their back, but you don't really feel like anyone's dead except for one person. Where in this, it was like people were getting thrown. People were getting their heads bitten off. People were getting like slaughtered, and then they get out of the building, and then the
carried on the rampage.
Yeah,
the chaos continued like way longer than I expected it to.
Yeah, and everyone else just booked it.
And it was great too, because like if you think about it, they're not mindless beasts. They were pretty sentient, right? Because as soon as the grid went down, they were like, we're not fighting any of you guys. We're fucking getting the fuck out. And they went nuts. Right. And so that was like payback. This is all, we're free. We're wreaking havoc.
That centipede thing jumping on the train. Oh my god.
That was scary. Like
that's a movie all in itself right there. Carnage on train number 6.
That had me clutch my pearls when that happened, because I was like, it was like, oh my god, because it was like those people can't get out. like that's right. Like, you know, like you're done. That's it. You're cooked. I loved that. Like it's just the Rhodian with the baby Greedo.
Yeah.
As well. Like I know we saw it in the trailer, but then seeing it in context just made it that much more. Oh my god!
Saying like now you said that because I don't know what you guys thought about this, but everything we saw in the trailers, you know, everyone's always worried about spoilers. Everyone's always worried about this, but everything I saw in the trailers did not come across anywhere near the same way while watching it on an IMAX screen, surrounded by everything else that led up to that point, and all the stuff I saw. It was different watching it in the movie, and it really makes a big difference seeing it in the movie background that it's supposed to be in, rather than watching it on your TV or your phone. Even when like you're just talking about, seeing the baby jump out and Grogu get in and off they go at 100 miles an hour, it worked. Whereas when I watched it in the trailer, I was like, I remember saying to you guys, yeah, but how does the nerd brain kicks in? How does that happen? Why? I didn't give a shit while I was watching the movie.
Yeah, why is the baby carriage moving that fast?
Well, here's the thing. I heard someone mention this, which is actually a good point. He was using the Force to propel it. It wasn't propelling itself. He was using the Force to propel it. How about that?
Okay.
It could just be a really fast stroller.
No, Force is good.
You don't know how fast Rhodians have to walk.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. All right, fine. No, I love that whole scene, and then that everything leading up with the huts and all, like in Road to the Hutt, like, and I understand why they didn't have the Hutts speak Huttese the whole time.
Yeah.
Because when Jabba the Hutt's in Return of the Jedi, he actually doesn't have a lot of lines. And everything he says, when it's not subtitled, 3PO is repeating, is translating it anyway. So without a translator, it only make perfect sense, especially with the Hutts having such a strong presence in this movie. You can't have half the dialogue to a family movie.
That's a lot to read.
That's a lot to read,
yeah.
which I'm fine with subtitles, right?
I really enjoyed the way they brought that in, though, because again, it was a big bone of contention, right, before it came out. But to have the male of the twin, they were launching into Huttese, but to me, in my mind, this is just my mind, but to me, to further get into his head, to further bring him down, they spoke in his language to tell him how much they're going to fuck him over. And I kind of like that, and they struggled to say the words too. They didn't just come out with it normally and naturally. They struggled. They were piecing it together as if it was pidgin English. And I kind of like that.
Yeah,
it worked.
And the voices sounded pretty good too.
Now, on the other hand, that was a lot of straight into it in English. So yeah, that was the only thing I think that was the whole, for me, what took me out of that little bit was talking about why he was doing what he was doing, and everyone, his father, and how he wanted to be his own man. That, I think that's the bit that kind of took me out a little bit, because those words didn't quite fit for me.
I loved it. I love that whole.
I understand what he's saying, but
love that whole bit. I love the fact that he spoke fluent English and no Huttese, because he wants to be so unlike his father, who only spoke Huttese, right? Like, that made sense to me. I really, really enjoyed that whole, because the themes of fathers and sons, it runs rampant through Star Wars, and especially the Mandalorian and Grogu. And when you look at Rudda the Hutt, he's living in his father's shadow the entire time. His father is dead, and he's still, his own family wants him dead. He says, I don't want any part of that. They could just say, they could just leave him the fuck alone and he would never bother him, but they're so hell-bent on destroying him because of his father. And so that whole thing, with when you first meet him and he's getting massaged after that big battle, and the first thing is like, what's his name? Like, can I feed him? And, and Grogu comes through and says, don't worry, I'm not my father. Right. Yeah. It's that whole like, hey, don't worry, because Jabba the Hutt was a cruel son of a bitch. And so for me, that all locked in and made sense. And I really, really did love Jeremy Allen White's performance in it. I was actually quite surprised. He was, Rudda the Hutt had such a big role in it.
Yeah.
He was in it a lot.
And I did love as well the fact that there was no subterfuge. There was no hidden agenda. He didn't betray anybody. He stayed true to who he said he was and wanted to be. And there was no twist in that. And I really, really enjoyed that, because you see a guy who's just trying to make his way,
through the galaxy.
Through the galaxy, right? Like, he's just a simple man trying to, but that really spoke to me too, because it's got to be hard to live in, like, especially if your father is one of the most notorious gangsters in the known galaxy, right? Like, you got a big target on your back. And that whole, like, they used to boo me. They wanted me dead because of my father. Then I started to win, and they started to cheer for me. And he liked that feeling, people cheering for him. I don't know. I just really, that whole bit, and him just speaking perfect English, I was like, I buy that 100%. I buy that, because it's just, he's been trying to get away out from, and even when he's fighting, the twins, he's like, I'm not a little kid anymore, because they beat the shit out of him.
Well, yeah, they had him on the Han Solo torture rack.
No, but even before that, then they were abusive to him, right? Like, he's got scars all over him. He's got that big. I noticed it the first time. He's got the big symbol tattooed to the back.
Yeah, that's Jabba's. Yeah,
right.
But
so it's like, that looked like a brand. It was more like brand.
Oh yeah.
You know,
It's A1
Yeah. They want to
I
Wonga.
do like that
when he
they-
walked out.
I did like that they threw that in there.
Yeah.
A good A1 That was good. The one thing I loved with Road to the Hut, that was one of my where he's being the fun uncle to Grogu when they're at the beach, and Grogu's just hear him just laughing and running around, and he's just splashing, just being, fun uncle. And because Hutts also have a very long life, just like Grogu.
Yep.
Right. So they're both going to outlive Mando. So it kind of gives me that like hope of like, we don't need to see this anytime soon, but maybe in the next 10 years, I would love to see not a show or maybe a cartoon or whatever. I'd like to see even just art of like an older Grogu with an older Rhoda just hanging out,
Just visiting.
Just having a beer, having a spotchka.
I gotta admit, one of the comedy moments for me was when they were both sleeping on the Razor Crest when they were off doing the deal.
yeah.
They're both asleep, and
I don't know how to fly.
yeah, but they extended it so perfectly for me, because that could have cut off with, I don't know how to fly. Do you know how to fly? And Grogu say no, but they didn't stop there. They turned around and said, we don't know how to fly, and I can't fit in the cockpit. I don't know what you want us to do. That was even more funny for me.
Yeah.
That bit got me.
Because they don't usually put a spotlight on that.
No.
Right?
No.
And the fact that it was like, I can't do anything. Like I'm way too big. It's so good.
And the absurdity of when Grogu is in the cockpit and Mando's like trying to explain to him, remember those buttons I told you not to press? I needed to press them. It should be located next to the fuel gauge, and he's just going into all his techno babble.
Way too specific.
And it's just like, and Grogu's just like, flick. And he goes straight for the missiles because he knows what those do, right?
Yeah.
Which I love. But I think we're missing out really on the characters that absolutely stole this movie. We haven't mentioned them once, but we got to talk about the Anzellans.
Stormtroopers.
Oh yeah, the clown car of stormtroopers that comes out. No, the Anzellans were amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck me, those guys are awesome. I'm doomed because Hot Toys is releasing. They've released 2 of them.
Yes, I
know there's 2 more.
Yeah,
I'm like, buddy, I gotta get them all. I got to get them all.
Yeah, I've been my mouse has been hovered over them on sideshow.com.
You'll regret it if you don't get it. You know you will.
Because you're right. This is where it becomes like the Muppet Show, and there's nothing like, first off, when Embo's dog grabs the one, and I was like, they're killing one? Like again, clutching my pearls again of like, they're not gonna kill one, are they? Like, they can't do that. And then of course spoiler alert, he didn't.
He's using like a chew toy. He's
using like a chew toy.
Just playing with toy.
But even their reaction, the other Anzellan's just like, oh, like, and it had that dark crystal feeling to it of like, man, like,
even the whole when they show up, Mando's, he's working on the new Razor Crest, and you see the speeder come in, and he gets there, and then Grogu sees them. He's like, oh, yeah, and they're all like, whoa, like, there's a history there, which I loved, and how they played out. And he was like, no, back, heel. And he's like just chomping to get to them. He says, look, are you gonna play nice? You promise? He's like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah,
he's there.
But when they're all sleeping together in that box, my heart, my heart. I was like, that's, I would buy that, like, as like a, just like, how they have those like little PVC blind bag Grogus.
Yeah,
I would get one of those, of just all of them together in the box.
Like a Hallmark ornament.
Hallmark ornament.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Right, but replace Jesus in the manger and put Grogu and the Anzellans.
Sleeping soundly. The biggest comedy moment, though, which just had me roaring, was the bit where they climb up the mountain, which reminded me of Fraggle Rock. All the little puppet moves up the right, just like Fraggle Rock, and then that pull back of the pipe in silence, and then you just get Big Piper, And that just the whole place erupted. It was just comedy gold.
But both showings, even the ILM screening I went to, and then when I went opening night, the Nzellans had got such a big reaction. From everybody.
Their starship, right? You have no idea the scale of it, right? Like, you see it take off and go, and then you see the shot of the cockpit, and they're all squeezed in there.
Yeah,
and then you're like, oh my god, that's great. And then when Mando says, he's like, oh, we got to get out of here. He's like, our ship is that way. And he runs and they show it. And he's like,
you see it leave his body, right?
You do.
This is it. I'm dead.
How is he gonna go out like Silver Surfer, just stand on top of it?
Grogu's just like, huh?
Well, even when they did the thing, like when they did the fugitive jump into the water, and Mando's picking up the Nzellans out of the water one by one,
scooping them out,
like carrying them out
like little lost puppies.
Oh man,
what about when Grogu was gearing up like John Rambo?
Oh, that was awesome.
I'm like, what is going on? He's gearing up
grenades.
He was like one red bandana away from the knife in the boot.
I love it when he puts that grenade up there, and Mando's like, "Oh God, run!"
Get away! They're booking it.
It was. See, it's fun, right? It's fun. But they're so laid back. They're like, we'll be back. And they just go off.
Hey, Mando, we're back.
When it came over the radio, there, like, what the hell? And you can just hear it. Yeah, we told you we come back.
And I like that they still did the thing with Grogu, like healing Mando when they left, and then knowing the poison, like the poison's still in there, right?
Yeah.
And I dug that, and I like how when they went to the dude in the bayou as well, because he's stealing the fish, which I also loved.
Oh yeah,
snagging a fish and then taking it back to the hut that he made, which I love that too. Man, you're right, Paul. That might be like the best scene.
Yeah,
is all that Grogu stuff,
because there's so much. I mean, the action is always top notch, right? The choreo, like all this, that's always great. But what I really loved about this was the calmness, the stillness of this, where he's trying to figure shit out, and he's so alone. Because Mando is incapacitated, and you don't know if he's gonna die or not, right? And there's that whole, yes, I understand, so man, of course he's not gonna die, but there's still like, you don't know. Like Grogu, he doesn't know, and like, how is he going to, exist if something like this happens? And you see, he loves him so much, and it comes across so beautifully through the puppetry and the way they have him moving around, like the way he cuddles up to him and pulls his arm up. So he's lying in the crook of his arm, after he feeds him all that stuff. Like it's just there's something so moving about that, and the silence and the stillness and just all the nature. I love that break in the action where you could just
take a breathe, take a breath.
Yeah. So did you guys clue in that he was gonna? I did not expect him to come back. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I didn't expect him to come back after they took off. Did you know he was not going to get on the ship, or was that a surprise for you during the movie?
I have to admit, I was really surprised.
Me too.
Oh shit, he stayed behind.
Right,
he stayed behind.
He sucks up the bugs, like chews on the scorpion. I didn't expect that one at all. I didn't see that one coming.
I like the guy in the bayou as well, when he's just like, oh, so these guys are telling me that, like, your buddy's poisoned.
What was that? Like, what was that character's name? In the bayou?
No,
I don't know.
It's like, I don't know. That's in the chats, you nerds out there. What was the bayou guy's name? Because that was a great character too.
I'll wait for the figure to come out.
Right.
It'll never come out. Are you kidding me? There's so
with rocking chair and fish.
Hang on. At the end of this, when we're done talking about the movie, we should talk about what toys we want from this, because there's a lot. I left that movie going, I'm so mad I can't just go to Zellers and buy what I want.
What about Embo?
Oh, Embo was great too.
So good.
So well.
I love how he fought like Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat and Captain America.
Gattori is his name. Gatory.
Okay. Because the voice for me was so it's Stephen McKinley Henderson was the voice who did that. I'm just trying to figure out because the name, the voice sounded so familiar.
Tom Harris says they should have had a banjo playing in the background. It was that close.
Yeah, banjo on my knee, right? It kind of did remind me of like the opening of Pirates of the Caribbean when you go on, right? But no, I like that character a lot, and I like the old ham radio he had back there too when Grogu was hiding, and
so maybe he's got a backstory we don't know about.
Oh, 100% he does. You know, and even when he's like, "What are you doing here? You look like the bottom of the food chain over here."
Yeah,
yeah. You know?
Literally.
You know, well, and
it would be a good figure. It would be a good
pointed
figure.
out too the jump scare with Grogu right here. Adelphi Rangers. Thank you for being here, hanging out. Jump scare. Right. Yeah,
that
where Grogu was eating. Yeah,
and he just gets him with his catapult.
Yeah. Gets spit out. Because we never get to see that end, and we've seen like how many times the Hutts have said, you know, I want that thing, I want to eat it, and then even seeing like Grogu in that cage during the fights, and I was like, oh man, this is wild. This is
the
wild.
jump scare from those Abmanis in the ship though, that was I wasn't expecting that one to come either. So here's the question again, it's not a negative question, but why was the ship so like covered in overgrowth if it was the same ship that took him, which was the Gunrugger? Because I was like, hang on a minute, that looks, because inside there was loads of, unless it was really rapidly, you know, creeping vines. Was it there for a while as the time passed?
I would think you know, at least a week or so, but I mean, look at how fast the bugs came out.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's exactly
so it's got to be like that. It's a wet planet. There's a lot of overgrowth. Yeah, it just sort of my takeaway from that was like ships in the Star Wars universe are really hardy. Like it's like that thing was wrecked. It looked like it was completely incapacitated, and man, just click, 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 and everything fires up. And you know, it's not really working that well, but it's enough to. He says, "Well, we can make a run for it, or we can fight." And it's like, and I love the design of it too, like a big turtle.
Yeah,
right? With the legs.
I feel like we've seen this before in Dark Horse comics or something close to it.
Right.
Like I feel like in the Dark Empire stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like it's close to that.
That is a ship. I was looking. I go. I want a toy of that.
I was going to say, do you think they would make, because it's so, like you said, it's so big. It's such a cargo ship. Do you think we would ever get something like that on a smaller scale, like with MGS or with a Hot Wheels or maybe just a model, maybe a Lego? Who knows, right? But that would be fun one to get. There are so many ships that I want to get that we saw on there, especially Embo's. Like, what do they call that? The guillotine. Looks just like his hat, like a flying saucer. Love that one.
Yeah,
love that one.
Embo was cool, man. He was like, again, we've seen him in Clone Wars, but man, just see there is something that hits different when you see him in live action.
When he came down from his cockpit and just presses the button on Mando, that was so good.
Well, just even that fight in his house, like the rain's coming down, everyone's relaxed, and all of a sudden it's like he's got that escape route ready to go for Grogu, right?
He had all the traps set. He knew what was going to go down, man.
Yeah,
like when he blows the roof and he drops down with his helmet down, just reflecting the first couple of blast. That was so cool. And then he's gone, and then the trap was set.
So speaking of jump scares, like that moment when Grogu and the Anzellans they're making their way out, they're escaping, and that one Anzellan stops and slowly turns around, and there's that flash of lightning, and then there's the dog. It's like, oh my
shit
out of me. I was like, oh my god. Like that's straight out of a horror movie, which is great.
The dog was so good.
Yeah.
Like
so
the way he was animated and everything, it was just it was such beautiful creature work. Again, props to ILM.
Using the magic hands to calm him down, like he did with the Rancor.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yep.
The old Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. But the dog was so good. I was really hesitant to actually get the TVC Embo that just went on pre-order. Because I was like, because I'm going to end up buying him again because they're going to re-release him with the dog.
Right?
Well,
they're going to do a deluxe version, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if they don't?
What if they do that in Black? What if they do that in Black Series?
I pre-ordered it.
That could be Black Series.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Because we I was actually, hang on, we could just get right into toys. Who cares?
Okay.
I was shocked that Road to the Hut was not announced for any scale except for Hot Toys.
Hot
Yep.
Toys, yeah.
Hot Toys. Waiting for the Embo Hot Toys.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
plastic, Ryan. A lot of plastic.
It's a lot of,
It ain't
well,
cheap
even
nowadays.
it's not the life size in Zellens, but it's the 1/6 scale in Zellens with their car. Because that
Oh.
was showcased in Hong Kong as well. That has not been
Right.
put up for
Oh,
pre-order.
Speaking of the Anzellans, and I don't know if you guys have mentioned this before, or if we've even mentioned it before. We were chatting last night on Generation X-Wing, and I think Jamie brought up the point that Babu Frick is basically a direct copy of the Doctor from Blade Runner who does all the eyes. And if you look at a comparison between him in all of his gear
Awesome.
and the goggles up on the top and the mustache,
James Hong.
It's-
Oh, that's
yeah, it's
hilarious.
almost, if you put the two pictures together with Babu Frick and him, it's almost a direct copy. It's so funny. It's so funny.
I love those little guys. I just hope they make more of them. They've made 2 of them so far in TVC and Black Series, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll get more. Maybe.
I like the repurposed battle droids.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that whole
Same.
crew is so
mix and
badass.
One of
match.
them, it's like, why are they wearing capes? They don't need protection, do they? But
They
to
look
see
cool.
But
had
they
the-
look
the-
cool.
The stops back out.
I love that. Like seeing
Right?
those back.
yeah,
Yep.
Just
That
like,
was cool.
oh, yeah.
Well, even the
Yeah.
one had a K2SO head,
Yeah.
right?
They had
Like
all
on-
the
like on-
heads.
it was so cool.
I think
was-
it's a really cool thing because like in universe too, they're scavenging all these parts that aren't
Mhm.
available anymore, right? So you just
Mhm.
mixing and matching, and like these are, we have bodies but heads that don't match, but it doesn't matter. We'll repurpose what we've scavenged.
Yeah, that could be a box set, right? We could get a
Yeah.
load of those guys lined up in a box set.
Right?
Yeah, right. Like it's got the B1 battle the B1 battle droid head with the
Extra Ghibli's on it.
Yeah.
Right. That's so cool. He's got protocol droid legs.
that's awesome.
I mean, that battle droid was so difficult to take down for Mando too, right? You could see the damage coming into it before he finally got him with a rock.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fighting the super battle droid.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool.
All of those. I think
Right.
that part was how I kind of knew, like, okay, how is he going to get out of this? Because you can see he's slowing down, right? And he's slowly taking droids down here and there. And I'm like, okay, somebody's got to come save him. And even though they kind of imply that Grogu was supposed to leave with the Anzellans, I'm like, okay, someone's got to come get
So
Mando.
did you guess it then, Kev?
A part of me was like, okay, there's a chance.
Okay.
There's also this one in TVC.
Yep. Had to
Where is
pre-order that.
That's a
guy.
great cape. Yeah,
It's
that
a
looks
great
great.
Yeah, this gives me hope that we're
That
going to
is.
get some more just regular episode 2 and 3 battle droids as well.
And
Super
how
battle droids.
badass was it getting the stop motion animation on those
Oh, those
massive
2 big
droids?
ones.
That
Yeah.
was so cool. Tippett Studios did it, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
so good. So
you know
good.
what, for me there were a lot of big flashbacks to RoboCop 2.
Yeah.
with the
Yep.
makeup of the construction of the droids and the way the pieces move together.
And yet,
Very
even the
much.
small ones, right? Like the way
Yeah.
this, it was so cool. Like-
I also like that Zeb was there, but he wasn't stealing the movie. He was there. He's just waiting in the periphery.
Yeah.
And then he really came down like to pick them up. And then there's the one action scene. Was it at the beginning when they stormed the
It's when they go and get Johnny.
the guy's base, and then he's
Yeah.
going like, running like Beast down the hallway. I
Right.
thought that was cool,
Yeah.
but they kept it on Mando and Grogu.
Yeah, he
For the
got to
most
use
part.
his staff. I love that look he gives him as he's trying to go out the door. And he just comes around the corner like, "Yeah, don't even try it." It
Yeah.
was such a good look.
Yeah. Again, it was great that they were able to get the budget to actually do more with Zeb, right?
Mhm.
And be able to put the time in to make again, is one of those. I love it when I can watch a movie like Mando and Grogu and a character can be fully CG and I forget that they are. And even with Grogu, I couldn't tell you where the VFX starts and where the puppet begins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And vice
Same.
versa. Like I can't tell you. And that's awesome. I love
Yeah,
that. I love
that's-
having that feeling.
That's a good figure, Ryan. I think. You
Oh
need
no,
it.
I pre-ordered it. Don't worry.
Okay, all right.
I'm not going to teach Hasbro a lesson for not releasing him with
Okay.
the dog, you know. So don't. I'm going to teach myself a lesson.
Yeah,
by having
That's a good
more
looking
than one Embo figure eventually.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah,
and these are all the pre-orders right now, right? The ones that
Yeah.
got released this week. Yeah.
Yep. I
There's
still wish the
also-
movie had its own packaging, like Episode 1 and Episode 3
Mm.
had.
Uh,
Right.
Black Series Zeb, Black Series Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper, Black Series Mercenary Guard Droid, Black Series IG-11 Navarro Marshal.
Yeah, they really.
Yeah.
Was there supposed to be some is there a deleted scene that we don't know of with the Marshal to get that coming out? Because it is.
Yeah, they post. One of the crew members posted it. I know Jake Stevens of For Alarm to Zuckus. He's been posting behind the scenes stuff too of stuff that's deleted, and
Right.
one of it was IG-11 with
Is that his badge?
Mando at his house.
Right.
Right there it is. There's his bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why does it look like the fire alarm you pull?
That's
Yeah.
his bomb hole.
That's why the one at school.
Yeah.
Break glass in case
Yeah.
of fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious. I hope. Well, again, this is another reason why I'm gonna definitely be getting the physical copy as soon as it's available, because I'm hoping that they have some of that behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In there that'll show us like, oh, hey, we were gonna do this, but this didn't work out, and you know.
Yeah.
It also
Yeah.
looks like he's wearing chaps,
Well, yeah, he's a
Well,
cowboy.
better than a cloak.
robot chaps.
Yeah, on a steel horse he rides.
Like a cowboy.
Yeah,
Protect those
wanted,
butt flaps.
dead or alive.
Those are just these leg cowlings that are painted brown.
Okay.
That's interesting. Because those are the shapes of the legs. They've just painted them brown to make them look like chaps. Absolutely.
Yeah. Kevin just sees what he wants to see.
They're assless chaps.
They're assless chaps.
Is that his bum hole?
I just say that all the time. My wife always says, "Are you wearing assless chaps?" I'm like, all chaps are assless.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. I'd love to see the twins get made into
Yeah.
figures, but I don't think that'll ever happen. But I also really liked this will never happen either, because again, they don't do giant creatures. Everything with the snake, that giant white
the dragon snake?
the dragon
Yeah.
snake, so cool.
Yeah.
And did you notice too when when the dragon snake ate the twins?
You could see the lumps.
Oh yeah.
The two separate lumps. I was
Yeah.
like, man, this movie in a lot of ways is brutal. Like,
Yeah.
like it's got that old school 80s kind of feeling to it, where it's like they're not afraid to scare kids,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, they
Like,
didn't hesitate to take anyone out, right? I mean, he was John
No.
Wick in most of that stuff. It was
oh, all the Imperials were getting John
Yeah.
Wick. Like,
when he kicked the AT-AT pilot off the roof.
Oh
of
my
the-
god.
of the
Oh,
AT-AT,
and it bounced.
on-
He's
on
set him
fire.
on fire first.
and
First.
then kicked him off,
Yeah.
and then he hit the rock on the way down.
But that's the thing. He sets him on fire, kicks him.
Yeah.
Then the fire goes out because
Yeah.
he's falling so fast. Then he bounces off the rock.
yeah. Like,
Yeah, they didn't hesitate. They
It's
did not
amazing.
hesitate.
yeah.
Uh, I have so I think I can show this now
oh,
as well.
Let's,
So I got one of these. It's a
it's
challenge
a-
coin
That's
crew.
Nice.
from
that's cool.
it's Mando.
Favreau.
It's Grogu's
Oh
little
man, that's
shield.
great.
Yeah,
So
that's
now
so
I
nice.
can show that.
Oh, I didn't know we
Yeah.
could get those at the after party. Jesus.
No, I got this after I shooting.
Yeah.
Filming.
Hey,
Those are
But I've
party
had this for
favors,
like a
Steve.
year.
you know what? If Gary was there, you would have got one.
Yeah, true. True.
That's a little inside baseball. Sorry for that, folks. But yeah, that's dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a beauty. That
That's
is a
great
beauty.
one. Is that
Yeah,
is that the crew hat too?
Yeah, this is a crew hat, and which I've been wearing for a while, which is great.
Yeah, but usually when you pop on here, you're usually wearing a Jay's hat,
Yeah, or something.
Right.
But I thought, okay.
which you've
But,
gotten a nice collection of those too, by the way. Not to
Yes.
switch, not
Yeah,
to
no.
shift gears.
I am follically challenged, and so
Yeah,
I enjoy my hats.
same here. I don't know why Steve and Kevin wear hats. They got good hair.
Are you kidding? Only
Yeah.
from the front. Turn around and you're blinded.
But you're not facing the back.
That's true.
Your
I
back's
look
not
good from
facing-
the front.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sell merch.
Oh. By the way, if you want a toying around hat, where can they buy one, Kevin?
I don't know. I got to fix my website on my
Okay.
YouTube. I'm sure it's linked there.
I don't know. Give it a go.
Go check it out there. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I'd love to see. I guess.
Well, I want to talk about your mustache there, Ryan. Your look
What
has
happened?
changed completely.
Oh, you mean my
used to
lack
have
of?
used
my
to have
lack
like a
of
really
mustache?
cool mustache, and now
Mm.
your face looks different, very
Look
different.
younger.
What
Let's
happened?
see. I was, there was a part. I don't know what it was. I all of a sudden this week I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done.
You know what
I'm
it is,
done.
Paul?
It's got to go. for me.
Sometimes there's some things you just can't wash out of it. And
Yeah, there was a lot of
my
corn.
God.
There was a lot of corn that came from balloons. That was in
I can't get it out. You're gonna have to shave it. I can't get it out.
Even then, it was like I had to get the shears to cut it.
But the glasses are new too. That's the other thing, nerd.
It's the new
they're my
Steve look.
re-
It's the new Steve look. He
they're my
launched it
reading-
the other weekend.
They're my reading glasses, so it was just
Ah.
kind of like it's been making reading the screen a little
I see.
easier.
I see.
So
Okay.
Daniel got him good about a couple of weeks ago when he was on the show on the Saturday. Daniel's like, "Why is Ryan dressed like Steve?"
Steve, yeah,
It was so, with the mustache. And
yeah.
the
Maybe I
glasses and
should
that.
maybe I should have shaved off the beard completely
do
and
it,
just
do
like
it.
got a mustache and just be like, "Who are you? I'm Steve D."
Yeah.
C4.
Yeah. Don't
Uh,
worry about it. Yeah,
Too good.
yeah. Had a chicken wing stuck in.
Also, how good was it to see the N1 in the background? We were
Oh,
wondering what was
yeah.
happening with the N1. There it was, just parked up, ready for a Sunday drive.
And I like that it's Zeb who comes and picks him up.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's just like, "Hey, you want to? We got a mission for you. You want to ride? I'm here."
Yeah.
Sure.
And then he's flying a U-wing,
Yeah,
right?
which is
which
awesome.
is great.
You mean Andor ship?
Yeah, you mean
Yeah.
Cassian Andor ship.
This ship, yeah.
How about Hasbro upgrade parts, swappable parts for your HasLab Razor Crest to
Oh,
get the new
Ooh.
paint
Oh.
job?
no more razor crests. I got 3 of the bloody
Yeah,
things, 4 or 5
yeah.
of the bloody things now.
I don't know if I would need an update. Well, I hope they do release one for the folks that didn't get one and now want one. So I'm always down for that because again, they said they'll re-release HasLabs, but there has to be maybe it'll come with less, so it wouldn't come with the same figures. Maybe it wouldn't come with the carbonite blocks.
Yeah, they'll save a ton of money.
No, but you know what I mean, right? They needed a reason to, because they always say it's not about saving money necessarily, but it has to be different than
Yeah.
there's certain things that have
So
to
just
stay
bare bones.
exclusive.
No figure, just the ship.
Just the ship.
I think they should just do the turtle ship, and we don't need another razor crest.
I think it should come with all 4 Anzellans. That'll make me buy it.
Do
you
the
imagine-
Anzellans one, man. That'd be
No,
fun.
do the Anzellan ship then.
Yeah,
Do
Yeah,
the
That's the
Anzellan
next,
ship.
That'd be cool.
the next HasLab. If it was the Anzellan ship,
Yeah.
Yep. That'd be
You know?
awesome.
and
Yep.
then the dude in the rocking chair.
yeah, with the
As
banjo.
a- Yep.
I feel for the HasLab Razor Crest like super fans. They're like, "Yes, we got it. We're gonna get the HasLab," and then it blows up the week after it funded, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And then they get it, and maybe they sell it. They're like, "Mando doesn't even fly this anymore," and then now the movie comes out and they get it back, and they're like, "Oh, come on!"
You know
They
what?
have to
They
go back and
deserve
buy
that
it
then.
Yeah,
'Cause they'll-
rebuy it.
And so I have and this is a straight question. I'm just sort of curious about this, because I've heard this before too. It's like, oh, the Razor Crest, we love it, and then they blow it up, and people are mad because they blew it up. But I mean, does that detract from you owning a really awesome ship?
It didn't
even though,
detract
like,
me.
That's
I
that's
was-
what I mean. It's
Yeah.
like, why, like, people, like, it doesn't mean the toy's shitty. It's
No.
like, yeah, it's shitty that they blew it up and it's a great ship and stuff like that. But like, I got a toy version of it. It's like when they blew up the Enterprise, right? You're like, oh, well, that's it. Better throw away all my toys of the Enterprise now.
Yeah.
Like, it always seems really
Well,
weird.
But
Yeah.
it was in
Complain about
more
that.
episodes whole than it was in an episode blown up. And with it blowing up, it gave us the N1 Starfighter, which everyone needed. So it was like a phoenix from the fire with the
Right. Yeah.
destruction.
And
of
now
the
he
Razor
has
Crest.
both. He's got
Yeah.
his cruiser
Yeah.
for when he just needs to go to the movie theater with his son, and then he's got his SUV if he needs to go get groceries.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
And
But they
he's got
needed-
a couple
needed
of
somebody to get-
blurbs in case he needs
Yeah.
to hop over to Navarro and be environmentally friendly.
Yeah. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want more Mando movies. I think this is what really came. I came out of here just going, I want this to be like Star Wars James Bond series, where it's just mission.
Or if they did an Adelphi base TV show or movie, then Mando could come back in a cameo on that. That could be good too.
Like
Maybe we should do that.
I think you would need both.
I
Yeah.
just want to say, I might be a bit of a hypocrite, but in that split second where Carson Teva says, "They're on my 6," and then we're like, "Oh my God, is he going to blow up here?" Because if he does, I'm definitely selling his TVC figure.
You don't need that anymore.
So maybe I'm being a hypocrite with the Razor Crest.
No, because like if I die in real life, it'll be worth more. So.
No,
Oh
I have the Lego set.
no.
Oh, speaking of, okay, so the Lego set, there you go. It's got the blue of the New Republic on the X-wing, right?
Mhm.
I was watching for it this time. Carson Teva,
Red.
his X-wing is red. It is red.
Oh.
Same with Jib Dodger's X-wing. It was red
Most
as well.
of them were though, right, Paul? Most of them at Adelphi base, because I was looking at that. Most of them had red on the
Yeah.
wings for sure, and I'm pretty sure on the nose. All the ones that were
Colonel
part-
Ward's was the one that was blue for
Yeah.
sure, with the New Republic logo on the side. But yeah, I was just checking, and I would love to see. I need to see this again so I can watch it, or wait for the physical copy to come out and just sort of go over it too. But like to just see what type of R2.
I thought it was the green and silver. I thought it was the green and silver one. I seem to remember, but I don't know. Maybe we didn't see it. Maybe it's
Uh-oh.
something else I saw.
Is Paul frozen for anyone?
Paul's
Yeah.
frozen. Yeah, it's frozen for me too.
Spoilers.
We're all freezing one by one, like that. Well,
No,
I'll
we're
bring
all
him
good.
back in. I'll bring him back in when he's unfrozen.
Yeah. So I thought it was the silver and green one again, but I'm not sure. I'd have to
I-
look closer.
Yeah.
What we need is
I-
another one of those books to come out.
Did anyone else get that book?
No.
There was the Mandalorian visual guide.
No, I did
Oh,
not. I did not.
Oh.
But I think if
Paul's
you
Paul's Wi-Fi went down, by the way.
I think if you want to show that off, you can come on tomorrow morning and give everyone a good look at some of those awesome pages.
No, I'm working. I told you this.
Can I show you? Can I show you guys Paul's autograph for my Lego set?
Sure.
Oh yes.
It's so funny. Cut. All right, and big in me.
Okay, give me 1 minute. Oop, and oop.
So I got 2 sets. One was a giveaway for the Touring Around ToyCon, and one was for my personal collection. And so Paul, he sits down, and here we go. Kevin, lock S foils in attack position. Awesome, right? Carson
Yep.
Teva, arrow to. Oh no, that's Colonel Ward. Double arrow,
No.
reverse to the correct minifigure. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Brilliant.
And so I'm glad that was the first one he signed, because then the one that was the giveaway for the show, he got the arrow to the right minifig. He's like, that's me. Oh, hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this. You know how much I enjoyed seeing that happen in real time. Because we're both like, oh
Shit.
and then like,
Yeah.
how in your head's like, how do I fix this? Add another arrow.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh, I also goofed too. During the ToyCon, the actual giveaway, I announced it. I picked the winner. I'm like, and you've won this. And I look at the box on the table, and it says Kevin, lock S foils, and I realized I
you brought the wrong
brought
one?
the wrong set to the convention. So I had to stall, and I sent my wife home to make her way through my toy room, Indiana Jones style, to get the actual set that was in the back of the room on the shelf. And she's like, "This?" And I'm like, "Yeah, replace it with a bag of sand." I don't know, because the traps will go off. But then, yeah, total bonehead move on my part. It was a lot of fun though.
That's awesome. Yeah, it looked like it. A lot of photos came out from that. That was a lot of fun.
Frozen Asian dude.
Dude. That's awesome. Delphi Rangers, the visual guide was a bit disappointing. Was it? I didn't think so.
Joel loves books.
I love books though. So maybe I'm not the
So
best
here's
guy to
something
ask.
really cool that came from the visual guide too. Somebody pointed out to me was Carson Teva. They have assigned a home world for him,
Yes.
Yes.
right?
Oh,
Torolis. Or
So Ryan, you better put that on uncharted regions.
Torolis.
yeah.
Torolis?
Now, apparently, that is, I looked it up because I hadn't heard of it. It is a Bothan colony. Like the world was like a Bothan colony. But, Carson Tave's not Bothan, right? So it's really interesting. It's interesting how and I don't know who makes these decisions or how they come about doing that, but it was just like, oh, okay.
It's you're an immigrant.
Okay. Yet another immigrant.
That's
You're bumping the boffins.
Another immigrant.
Yeah.
It's hard playing him.
Yet again.
Yeah. You're typecasted. What's going on?
Yeah.
Right. Maybe the city is called Toronto.
Right.
And that's the city that you're.
Yeah, but
that.
What did you think about the after credit scene though? That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Go on, tell us
Carson
about it.
Table will return in.
Yeah, in Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice try.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. But was there anything else that was a good takeaway from that for you guys? I mean, we got a big list there of fun ass awesome things, which you wouldn't think existed if you just didn't go and watch it.
Yeah.
For me, I've tried to introduce Star Wars movies to the kids many times over, and it's never taken. But the creation of Grogu, I think, did its job. You see a cute little creature. My son saw the trailer when we were at a movie, and he goes, "I want to watch this." And so I brought him, and he sat two and a half hours in his first Star Wars movie. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, this is for people who don't see this part of it. It's like, this is a jumping on point for somebody who might not be a fan, and now they're part of the fandom. And it's like,
I think highly articulated
how
said
meaningful
something
that is
similar.
for me. So
Thank you.
that's my biggest takeaway of this. It's like he loves Star Wars now. He was getting his clothes ready for tomorrow, and he goes, "Oh, he had a Grogu shirt." I guess it never really clicked what it was. So he was getting his clothes ready for tomorrow. Apparently, he's like, "Oh, I could have worn this to the movie." But like now he knows, right? So
Right.
I'm stoked. I'm so happy.
No, that's awesome.
It did its job.
That's what we
I do
want.
wish I'd got to worn an X-Wing suit to the movie. That would have been fun. Just to sit
You still
in
can.
costume. I love watching, but no, the next one I want to go and see is the 4DX version. So I've done it twice in the IMAX now, with the big IMAX and the little IMAX, and now I want to go in. I want to take that ride, man. I want to do 4DX. I've got to sit in that chair.
The chair, and they shoot water at you. Or
Everything at you, yeah.
Nice.
It's
Are
great.
you gonna have a bucket on?
I don't know. Maybe that would be fun, right? That would be fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it would be good. There's a lot of water in this movie. I don't know if you're going to get squirted, but it would be fun.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
Well, you might show up with missing mustache the next week, so maybe.
Yeah, it could be very turbulent.
Oh, what about you guys?
Take
away from this movie.
I think right before I was freezing up. I think it was I want them to make more. I hope this becomes their Star Wars James Bond, in that sense of I just want to see more adventures like this. And at any point, you can always, if the story makes sense for it, you can always add in a Bo-Katan cameo, more Paul, more whoever, right? Like it's just that world is so big and so fleshed out that as long as it makes sense for the story, you can always add in any of these characters and have them return.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it.
That's the thing with Bond too. It's always a villain trying to take over the world, or Death Laser, or Mega Virus, right? And that's what we're saying tonight. Like, it doesn't always have to be that. It could just be,
Yeah.
Just
James
Mando.
Bond's ready.
Yeah, Mando on vacation.
I have a question for you though, for all of you guys. Would you want to see a movie with a grown-up Grogu?
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to see how
100%.
he turns out. Is he going to be like a teenager?
So would
Or-
you want to wait until you get that movie, or would you want another adventure with the younger Grogu and all the awesomeness that we talked about tonight with the cuteness and all the rest of it? Anzellans are never going to grow up. They're always going to be Anzellans. But there's going to be a point. But for Grogu, in order for Grogu to grow up, would there be a Mando around? Because
that would be, I think, the sort of like, it's like killing Bond in that sense, right? It's like that whole he's got to grow up now, right?
Mhm.
And there's a line that was in the trailers that isn't in the movie where Mando's talking to somebody. He says his species will far outlive mine. Like, he's going to be around longer than I will. It's my job to teach him to take care of himself, type thing, right? And they don't have that line. It's not in the movie. It's in the ads for sure, but it's not in the movie,
Right.
And so, like, that's a very poignant thing, and I think that's something that, maybe the ultimate sort of penultimate sort of Mandalorian Grogu moment is, Din Djarin. Like, he's removed from the equation, whether he passes in battle or of old age or whatever. It is like, that's the rite of passage that children have to when they outlive their parents, type thing. And so that would be interesting. We touched upon this earlier. Rada the Hutt and Grogu later on too, like
same age group.
Yeah, like where they end up, like if where their paths have gone, and what has Rada done.
Oh,
I think that would be very, very cool.
I can see Din doing a Yoda, and on his deathbed, he doesn't disappear; he just dies, and he can finally take off the helmet. And then Grogu doesn't know what to do, so he gets out, calls the digits for Rada. Rada tells him where he is. They go there and they have an adventure. There it is. Copywritten
with the
by
dead
me.
with Din Djarin, who's dead, and they use him like a puppet.
Like in
Weekend
Deadpool
at Din,
Wolverine.
Weekend at Bernie's, Weekend at Mando's, right?
Yeah.
That reminded me when he's like, "You've seen my face. I have to kill you both now." To the twins. I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
Not if you're dead. Yeah.
Not if you're dead.
I was like,
Yeah.
Love that. And
I love
the
how they're,
irony as well.
arrogant about it. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, the irony as well. The twin saying you're gonna like, because of you, Rada's death would have been painless and quick, but now he has to suffer for an eternity, right? And the fact that they get digested by that dragon snake, which I'm sure isn't quick and painless at all. It's like being thrown into the Sarlacc pit, where you're slowly digested over 1,000 years, type thing.
Lumpy the school snake.
Yeah, right. With all the kids.
Yeah.
So another question then is, what happened to the rest? Because I mean, the tunnels underneath, or the entranceway into that fortress, there's loads of slut huts in there twisting around and doing all their lubed up
dead.
stuff.
Slut huts? Is that
yeah? Are they all gone, or is that it for the huts?
No, I'm sure that's a palace on Nal Hutta.
Right.
I'm sure there's many other.
So they're just the tag-alongs. They're not necessarily
that's
okay.
The royal court. All the
So there could still be
And
a
there's,
pissed off hut.
And the
Oh, I'm
Hut
sure.
Syndicate. Yeah, there's a whole Hut Syndicate that we've seen in Clone Wars, and they're not all stationed on Nal Hutta.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's going to be so that's an interesting thing, because they talked about this and somebody in the chats mentioned it. I think it was Carrie Fanti, was the fact that the Hutts have been like, they've chosen a side or whatever, and the ramifications of the New Republic going against them, it's widespread, right? Because there are all these syndicates, and nature abhors a vacuum. There's going to be a power struggle to see who picks up all these pieces, and so it really does. It will have an impact on a grander scale that a lot of angry fans haven't seen yet. But yeah, the fact that the Hutts have now been crossed or have chosen a side, that's going to tip the balance, and that makes for really interesting stories and possibilities for stories later on.
Yeah, so it's opening up a book almost, like
Yeah.
it's a fun
Well,
movie.
you're opening up a can of worms, is what you're doing.
Yeah. No, it'd be interesting to see if you don't have to wait and see him grow with age. You could just skip to the end, and maybe that's the next time we see these two. Is maybe we do see a passing of Din and a Grogu that can speak backwards like Yoda.
Do you think Disney will do it chronologically, like a younger, slightly older Grogu, or do like grown up and then jump backwards a little bit and do, you know how Star Wars is, like you're always trying to figure out chronologically where everything's happening because it's always jumping around in the timeline. Do you think we'll get it in order, or maybe we won't see it in our lifetime, a grown up story?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think we'll see it. We'll see it in our lifetime at some point. It's the whole, you can't jump forward too far and have Mandalorian not there and just have Grogu grown up, because there's too many gaps to fill in where it's like, well, what happened? How did he die? With this and that, blah blah blah. So there's got to be a transition. I think there's got to be a transitional movie and whatnot in it. But I think this movie is a success. I'm just gonna say it. It is a financial success. It is maybe not a critical success, but a fan success. People are flocking to see it. I think it's only going to get better as time goes on as well. That people are going to like really, really enjoy. This is going to be a gateway movie for another generation of Star Wars fans, which I think is awesome. But what's my point? What's my point? Oh yeah, no, that this movie will spawn other movies from it. I think the formula is right. They made it for so little compared to some of the other movies. Like they say Star Wars, Star Wars Solo, a Star Wars story or whatever. They made the same amount, but Solo cost like triple. Whatever.
It was 3 times more.
Right? Yeah. So you look at that and go, well, yeah, the return is still huge. There's still the home video market. There's still all the merchandising. There's still all this stuff, which is very robust for this movie. I think they will have made enough to kind of go, okay, you know what? This is viable. We can do this. We can keep doing this. Now, whether they're going to continue on saying, okay, but this is the cap for the budget. This is the cap. We're not going to go beyond that. Like, so are they going to get episode 1 money to make movies? Are they going to get, again, that's another thing, but they've proven they can make a successful movie that is crowd pleasing with great visual effects for
great puppetry
money. And great puppetry. And ironically too, and which I love, returning back to practical, right, is going to be cheaper than all the money they're spending on VFX, right? Like
yes and no. Yeah, yes and no. So yes, like I think when they blend it like this, I think it's cheaper in the long run. But VFX is still it's still expensive because you're still paying like 1,000 artists to do this.
Yeah.
But
they don't have to do as much.
Right? They don't have to do as much, which is where that gets cheaper. Plus VFX artists get paid less than what puppeteers get paid on set. If that makes sense.
But the models are already created. I mean, if they keep it the same, I mean, to me, if you go
they'll
to an
always
older,
update it.
Yeah,
technology will always get better for them.
Yeah,
they should always.
An older Grogu will. If you get a speaking Grogu, you've now got something else to add to the conundrum, because a speaking Grogu, is it going to be a Yoda open and close, or are they going to try and articulate the mouth? Are they going to use CG on that? Like, where do they go with it? Because you could keep it Yoda mouth, right? I think people would still love that, because otherwise they're going to contradict themselves when they said they didn't want to see the CG Yoda. You want to see the puppet Yoda. Well, what do you want here? So you could just keep it up and down and have a voice. But then, like someone said,
it's got to have Yoda mouth. I think
who's going to be the voice? Who's going to be the voice?
Okay, when he speaks, is he speaking regular English or is he speaking backwards like Yoda?
Well, so
Well-
in canon, Yoda spoke like that as a tribute to his master, who spoke like that.
Okay.
Because they've shown Yaddle, who's the same species as
That's
Yoda,
right.
and speak.
Yeah.
She's fine, right? It is
Yeah.
She's fine.
unaccented, perfect standard, universal standard. I'm not going to
And
call
then he
it
just
English,
stuck with it.
right? So that's the thing. So apparently that's why Yoda speaks the way he does.
Yeah.
And getting back to
Minus-
that, sorry,
minus
I just
20.
want to get this highly articulated wrote in response when I said there's that line that the Mandalorian has is like his species is going to far outlive. He says, yeah, it's in the movie. The Hutt say it, but what I'm saying is there is a line of dialogue from Din Djarin who says his species
Right.
is going to live longer than me,
Mhm.
right? I won't be around for him, right? Like he said, that line of dialogue from the Mandalorian himself is not in the movie. Because I was listening, because I remember the first viewing, I didn't hear that line, right? So the second time I was listening for it and it's not in there. And that happens, right? Like they will have, Ryan, you know, when you're cutting together trailers and whatnot, they'll use scenes or dialogue that doesn't make the final cut. And
Yep.
so that's, I think that's one of the things I noticed was
I thought-
because there is that line, the old protect the young and then
Yeah.
the young protect the old.
This
But
is the way.
before in the but in the commercial, one of the commercial or spots, it's the Mandalorian saying his species
Yeah.
live far longer than me. I won't be around forever. So I
Did
gotta
he
keep
say
shooting.
that in one of the episodes of Mandalorian? Did that get said before? Maybe they reused it because I seem to remember him saying that somewhere.
Maybe in season 3 when he dumps him
Yeah.
off to Luke.
Maybe
You know,
that might be what it is, though. That could be what it is. Maybe they reused the line for one of the trailers. But yeah, you're right. It definitely wasn't in the movie.
yeah. So
Definitely wasn't in the movie. Oh, Ali wants an animated series between the next one.
yeah.
Yep. I'd be down with that. I would totally be down with that.
Yeah. It's definitely an interesting one, though.
Yep.
I'm wondering because you can't do all of this hype and build up all this love and just do the one, right? Kind of. You kind of probably want to do another one, but then maybe they won't. Maybe they'll say next challenge. It'll be interesting to see what they end up doing with this partnership for sure.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
excited
and
to
we
see
don't-
what's next. But if you want to
Starfighter.
see more what's next, we could wrap this up.
Mm.
And Steve, tell us what's next tomorrow morning over on
Tomorrow
JL44
morning,
Network.
I'm going to be opening up some more stuff. I finally got my Vault LAAT the lattice. I'm going to be busting that open and taking a good look at that. And I've also I've assembled and semi-assembled some of these kits because I was going to show off the Blockies Vader and a Lego which I was generously given of Cobb Vanth Speeder. So I've done the hard work and I've pre-assembled so I don't have to spend 5 hours building. So we're going to take a look at those tomorrow as well. I've been trying to persuade Ryan to come on and take a look at his artwork book, but no one comes on my show anymore. So it's just going to be me. But yeah, join me tomorrow morning, 10:30 PST. I'm going to crack open these awesome things and we'll take a look at them with a cup of coffee.
Nice. Kevin, where can folks find you?
YouTube.com/toying around and on Instagram.
Nice. And Paul, what's happening with the studio?
It is continuing on in terms of it is the construction of it. Pretty excited. We keep adding to it, so like little things here there. The main displays are almost done, but it's one of those things where I only got one guy, my one carpenter, Eugene, who's fantastic, Datum Point Carpentry in Toronto. If you want a great carpenter, it's Eugene doing it all himself basically, and so it's coming. It looks fantastic. So excited. Shooting some videos as well, trying to document the process. Kevin is doing a lot of the videography for me. If you look at my Instagram channel, my Instagram page or account, fuck me. I just dropped a video that Kevin edited a little while back about buying a television for the studio space. We've got some more behind the scenes stuff that we're putting together and we'll be releasing in a timely manner. But it looks like probably the earliest, if all goes well, that we'll have an opening for the studio space for friends and family to see the reveal. Probably won't be till August and maybe even September, because once the space is ready, then the migration of the collection and the putting out of stuff is going to take some time. So.
And then realizing you want to do some more, and then maybe add this, and then maybe put
Oh my
that in
God.
there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
But
slow and steady.
it is
Slow and steady.
Yeah, it is a nerd's delight, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. But it's gonna be a big reveal and lots of really fun things for it. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I
Go watch
did
that video
laugh
on
at
Paul's
the-
page.
Yeah, I did giggle when it was like they're doing the video about buying the TV, and you show part of a movie, and I'm like, oh, I worked on that. Then you show another movie, and I'm like, oh, I worked on that too.
Yeah,
I was like,
Ghostbusters was on,
awesome.
and I'm like, I better get this. He's Paul's a Ghostbusters guy, so I'm like, I'm gonna get this as some B-roll.
Yeah, no, it was
Hey,
awesome.
Ryan,
It was cool.
Ryan, where can people find you?
Me?
Yeah.
You can find me over at Toy Anxiety on Tuesday nights, Gotham City Tonight on Wednesday nights. You'll find me here at least once a week, doing Star Wars end of week news, where I just do a quick recap of all the news that came out this week. I was doing it daily, and then daily news kind of stopped. So I started doing it for end of week. Unless people want me to start doing it daily again, no one's asked me to. But if they do, maybe I'll start doing it again after I'm done this film that I'm working on right now in a couple weeks.
To be fair, Ryan, you did say that you were going to do it on the lead up to the movie. You were going to do a daily report. So you are giving grace there.
But the fourth, after the fourth, it was like the news just stopped. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? But I figured it out. Bath and Body Works had something. They had a tie-in, right? Like just, all that
Slow
stuff.
news day.
Slow news. Bath and Body Works thinks that you're
That's
a
the
bunch
thing.
of smelly nerds and needs to have a shower.
That's what I'm finding too. It's all pre-orders lately. All the pre-orders are in, hundreds of dollars on pre-orders, and now I've got to wait till September to start getting them in.
Man, just right before we end, who did anyone pre-order the Hot Toys Rod of the Hut? Yeah, Paul. Yeah. I didn't. I ordered Queen Amidala, who was
You're gonna
almost
regret it.
as much as I know. Well, no, I don't know. I had to get.
You're gonna regret
Queen
it.
comes first, but she costs just about as much as Road of the Hut.
Come on, how many goddamn Hot Toys drops did we get in that 1 week?
Yeah,
there was like
oh my God,
4 at a
Dude, in that
time for
month.
4 days running. Yeah, it was nuts.
6 at a time for a month.
Yeah, that's too much, man. Too much.
It was insane. All right. With that said, everyone have a great night. We will be back at some point in the next couple weeks or so. I'm going to try and keep doing this at least once a month with all of us all together. And yeah, that's it. Have a great night. We'll talk to you